And we return to the land of Maestosai with the cast of Bad Rolls. You're on screen. Are we live on the internet?
You are lives.
I think so.
We're doing it live.
I see the interest rate. There you go. I see everything.
I see faces.
Speaking of doing it live, he's no longer going to be doing it live.
Oh, that's new. I just, because I had chat up for this part of it. When it says someone, like one of your friends has started watching, it does a hey guys now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's been around for a while.
Yeah.
I never saw that before.
It's cool.
Not in the pop-out chat. It never popped up. That's distracting.
Who's not doing it live?
Bill O'Reilly was fired.
Who's what? How live?
The Bill O'Reilly was the guy who said, "Fuck it, we'll do it live."
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's fired. He was
He
fired.
was fired.
For doing it live.
Oh.
Carrick, you're looking extremely attractive today. Also half dead.
Yeah.
Not being dead is good.
Apparently,
I'm also
he finds half
I'm
dead
apparently
attractive.
also Raven.
Raven,
today.
you've let yourself go. I'm just saying.
God damn it! How did
I
that
fixed myself.
switch?
Raven and Carrick pretend to be each other again. So cute.
God damn it! I mean, they're both half elves, so it's really hard. It's
We're
really,
cosplaying.
really
They
hard.
all look the same.
They all look the same. I'm sorry, they do it in Garrick's voice. I mean, say your name. Oh, there we go. They're the same race, right? So that is Garrick and that is Garrick and that is Raven, right?
I
No,
mean,
no.
I want to hear poems
That's what-
attempt at a Swedish accent.
I don't know that I
this is my
could.
Swedish accent.
Door to door.
Oh yeah.
I
I want to hear your attempt at an American accent.
Burger.
I like hamburgers.
Pretty accurate.
That's actually not bad. God damn
That's
it.
all we ever said.
the two easy accents to do, I've noticed from in terms of like actors outside of the U.S. trying to do U.S. accents, it's either that like New England accent or it's the
Southern.
Texas,
Yeah.
not even
Texas.
Southern, Texas.
Taxes.
Hey y'all, I'm from Texas. You know?
Taxes. It sounds more like taxes than it does Texas.
Yeah. Taxes.
Taxes.
Only two things for certain: death in Texas.
Texas.
And in Texas, death is certain.
What's the other thing? It's like tan. You always say tan instead of
Tan,
10. You
yeah.
say tin.
Tan.
Tan.
Yeah.
It's like tin.
I know. It's somewhere between 10 and 10. For some reason, I can pick up on Southern accents. I can't do a damn UK accent to save my life for the
No, I
most
can't.
part.
I can do a shitty Cockney accent. That's about the best I can do.
I can.
I
So-
spent a semester in college where we were actually doing voice work, like for a class, and they gave me Dublin Irish to do, and I ended up sounding like the fucking Lucky Charms guy. Yeah.
Yes.
Irish.
Lucky Charms, you know.
Yeah, Irish. It's Irish.
Irish, yeah.
Irish.
Need that.
When I really get into my Irish accent,
Oh, I
it
saw that.
starts to come back. Doesn't take long. But
Speaking of accents, I've always kind of wondered because Flint, your accent's a little muddled. I'm sure it's because you were in the military and you've been in the U.S. off and on for a while.
You're muddled.
But
Yeah.
but is it North Country or is that
Well, I'm originally a northerner, and then
Yeah,
if I get
okay.
drunk, you get a lot more of a northern accent. Now I sound like bloody that guy got his head chopped off in Game of Thrones. But
Sean Bean.
generally, I like it more.
That's not specific for Game of Thrones.
a little bit of Sean Bean there.
Jon
Yeah.
Snow.
oh John,
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Oh, bloody nothing. But no, I'm originally a northerner, but I've lived all over, and I have a more proper accent.
yeah, I was gonna say I recognize the northern accent just a little bit in there because I know it's different from the southern accent, different from the London accent,
Very
different from different from the freaking Manchester
It
accent.
comes out once in a while, but mostly he's
Southern
mid-Atlantic accent.
Southern shandy drinking berry.
And then the Welsh accent just sounds like someone stuck a ham in someone's mouth and said speak.
I was gonna say stuck a dick in a sheep because that'd be Welsh.
You're right, boyo. Whose coat is that jacket? See
Yeah.
those trousers? Mine's the one in the middle.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's your Welsh accent.
Yeah,
Wow,
We
that
got
was
being stupid farmers.
that was actually pretty Welshy.
That's right, it was Welsh.
Woof. Huh. I don't know what it is about the Welsh accent that makes me feel like it's nails on a chalkboard sometimes.
You get a really, really cute girl with a Welsh accent, though, if it's really soft.
Nope, still nails on a chalkboard. Been there. Still nails on a chalkboard.
And then you got the southwest, around where I lived last time, which is super farmer. You're right, my lover. Oi, ha ha.
Yeah, it's piratey.
It's so lovely.
Well, it's because that's where, it's between Manchester and I think the Southwest is where most of the ships and sailors
Bristol,
came
isn't it?
from. Bristol, yeah.
Between Bristol and Birmingham, down Bathway, and then down into Cotswold.
And that's where the
Yeah,
pirates
it makes
would
sense.
have
Yeah,
come from.
Birmingham's where the shipyards were, so that
You're
makes
right,
sense.
my lover.
Yar. Oh, accents. I need to practice my accent work a
It's
lot
like
more.
the thing I get all the time is that I sound Canadian apparently.
You sound.
It's
Canadian.
because your accent, your English is very. It sounds like it's inflected French to a degree because you've got a higher tonnage.
Yeah,
tone.
yeah. It's a bit in the Quebecer.
Frank
It's yeah.
It's okay
That,
though.
like-
My wife's accent is apparently Texan, and she's never been near Texas. We're moving to Texas the first time, so she's actually moving where her accent is normal. She's lived in Tennessee her whole life, so
Like the
Tennessee
funniest-
has a bit of that.
the funniest instance of that was I was playing Wildstar and I ended up in a clan that was entirely just Scots and Swedes.
Eh,
And the Swedish guy asked me if I was Canadian.
to be fair, I have seen that video where two Danes are in a store, and they're one trying to buy milk, and neither of them can understand each other. So they have to get like a Finn or a Swede to come in and translate for them while they're trying to deal with it. Like Scandinavians can't even understand each other, let alone
We could understand each other pretty all right.
You can understand that's Swedish. Like I've heard the term, like, what is it, that Danish is like trying to speak when you're drunk with a rock in your mouth, and that Norwegian is like trying to speak when you're drunk with two rocks in your mouth, and Swedish is something like trying to speak when you're drunk with three rocks in your mouth and being hit upside the head with a baseball bat or something like that. Like the escalating levels of drunken rock munching Scandinavians.
more or
Yeah, but
less.
we have that problem here too. Go into the
I would
swamps
say,
of
like-
Louisiana and try to talk to people.
I'd
Oh,
say
man.
Danish is probably the one that's
value?
most like the most like
Louisiana?
speaking with a rock in your mouth, because Danish uses a lot of guttural sounds when they speak. While Norwegian, they always go up a pitch at the end of a sentence.
So it's like
Just
they're always
at the
asking
end
a
of
question.
sentence. Yeah,
Sounds Welsh, isn't it?
yeah, kinda.
Well, I
and-
mean, they would have been the Vikings that came over there, so
Well, no, the Welsh is actually doesn't have a lot of Viking influence. It's mostly
really, I thought they.
it's
had
pure
some.
Celt. It's pure
Oh,
Celt
ew.
because they have the pure Celt and Gaelic kind of stuff. So
anyways, instead of just talking about languages and
yeah,
accents,
let's get to do stuff.
we
Kill
have
the
a
thing with the
zombie boulder
eyes.
to kill.
What's a beholder? None of you know what one is.
The
Kill
big
the zombie monster.
That was
There
out
you
of character, don't you know?
yeah.
I can't tell
we
because
did
your
say
character
that word.
voice and your character voice and your actual voice sound the same. You're always Flint at all times. You are a raging barbarian in real life.
My friends, look! It is a ball with a bunch of eyes on it. Let us
I
kill
mean-
it.
I would want to see Flint.
It's an eyeball.
I would want to see Flint the dwarf.
Stab the
Program.
eyeball, Flint. Stab the eyeball.
Just shave a couple off, see how he looks.
Your camera settings seem very narrow, Paul. Like your head keeps getting chopped off.
It does. I
Oh.
mean,
Right, next character I play in D&D is going to be a wizened old wizard. And he'll be talking like an old man.
What? Hey!
Back in my days.
Damn kids.
So announcements, everyone. Announcements.
The big announcement is next week for me and Flint and Grakees, I think, is that we're going to be, I'm going to be producing, and Grakees and Flint hopefully will be shoutcasting a Star Citizen Arena Commander tournament. So,
What's the game about?
it's pyramid scheme, space.
Oh, it's that pyramid scheme again.
Yeah,
It's a space pyramid.
the space
yeah.
pyramid.
Stargate confirmed.
As I said, Gual confirmed.
I would like to announce I'm getting less fat. 5 pounds less fat.
Oh yeah, you haven't fixed the cameras yet.
What? They're
Nope,
fixed
they're
on my
fixed.
end.
Nope.
Did you
Everything
click
looks good to me.
apply or
I
something?
clicked apply. Hold on.
Send live.
Yeah, I clicked that.
I mean, does Raven have any spell slots?
Did that work?
I
Does
do.
Eric own the cat?
Lamb, I want to hear your best.
I
Raven
yeah, I do. Best what?
Okay,
Raven
did that
impression.
fix it?
Yay! Magic.
I actually had to switch it to a completely different scene and back, even though I clicked to go live. I don't know, game show.
Oh, weird. No,
My
man.
illusion, yes.
And all is right in the world.
No.
See?
That was a bit
Oh, gosh.
Irish there.
And all is right in the world.
To be sure. Oh, you Athenian bastard.
My cat absolutely hates being held though, so
Do that.
This one used to, believe it or not.
Stop holding it!
It's like, no,
No, I can't
I'm
get-
independent.
no, I can't get
You
this one
only
to
bring
leave
me
me
food.
Dude, a friend of mine's wife got bit by her cat and it got infected. Now she's in hospital and might die because.
Oh,
cats.
no.
You're
Therefore,
gonna be shitting
cats-
me.
Oh, yeah, cats
Scratch
can be.
fever?
Yeah, it's a real thing and it's dangerous.
ambulance comes, cat's like, why are you taking my dinner away? I already prepped it. How dare you take my dinner away?
Well, I had a
The
problem.
person. Oh,
Yeah. Well, that cat's
person.
like,
It's what's for dinner. Okay.
The
On
other
that
other
note-
wipe.
Other announcements besides the space
Cat
pyramid tournament. No?
Yeah, I'm 5 pounds on my weight loss.
Well done,
Sorry,
sir.
everyone. Hold me
Congratulations.
accountable.
I need to get back to keto when I can prep my own food. Soon.
Ooh.
Well, if there's no other announcements, time to change up the music. Because we're going into a recap.
All right.
Get your pantomiming ready. Previously on
Alright.
Bad Rolls, the Mino Taurists found themselves seeking the last key within the cemetery they've been trapped in for who knows how long at this point. Going through the portal once again, they ended up in the bottom of a well. Something was inside the well with them, so they scrambled out as quickly as they could. And then proceeded to scout the area. Nasty dead plant life. Realizing this was a burial for those who follow Farlane and nature originally, though perverted and corrupted as the rest of the cemetery. Deciding to check what might be in the well. They noticed some sort of creature down there. And taking action, Carrick threw a fireball in. Collapsing the well is this odd stick-like, bug-eyed little thing climbed its way out as the well collapsed around those down there that were seeking it. They did manage to get their way out of the well, finding that this creature was in fact the key they were seeking and had been animated.
People of
Doing-
Keith.
Back to the door that they had found before. They attempted different combinations of keys, one of which proceeded to create some sort of odd grinding noise behind them, and multiple gigantic zombie beasts rose out of the thickened forest. Scrambling faster and faster, they found the correct combination of keys and the ways to turn them. The doors opened up, and they sprinted across a bridge, managing to make their way further in. Spiral walls followed. The large zombie beasts unable to stay on the bridge, collapsing into the chasm below. Our adventurers moved further on, finding a stairway between 4 obelisks. They've moved forward, found a barrier that was enclosing on them, pushing their direction. So rather than allowing it to come into contact, they scrambled down the stairs as quickly as possible. The barrier stopping just at the entrance to a large pentagram-shaped room. Or pentagonal room. It's a pentagon-shaped room. If I remember correctly. It was supposed to be a pentagon-shaped room. 4 pillars in here. A dais at the center with some sort of glowing green cylindrical item. A domed open ceiling. And then as they move forward into this room, a large ball-shaped creature lowered itself from the ceiling. Multiple eyes around it, looking down, locking onto them. Its large center eye somewhat cataract, its flesh dripping off. Looks down in their direction. And that's where we left off last time. So this time we're starting with this thing floating 20 feet up in the air above that center dais. And everybody's rolling initiative.
Thought we were gonna be friends.
Da, da, da.
Down into the fight.
Oh yeah, there's no time being wasted on this one.
It's Flint time.
Stop. Flick time.
Flint time.
Luckily, I don't think Flint's raged at all today.
I haven't. I've got full rage pool.
Mm-hmm. I have not used any of my heals.
I have only used one spell
Ow.
since we last.
Yeah, because you never healed me when I got hurt.
Because we were running away from giants, and then you were up top on the top thing, and I was like, "Fuck it, you can heal yourself."
yes,
I can't believe after that tale I told that Raven has her cat so close to her throat.
Freaking crit. Okay, I'm using you from now on. That's probably the only crit I'll ever get, but okay.
25 to 20?
23.
23.
21.
I think you have higher dex, don't you, Carrick?
Yeah, he is.
Yes.
So Carrick's up first. Garrett.
How unusual.
Clint.
One with
What'd you get,
+5 initiative
Zangulus and
first.
Raven?
18.
10.
Raven, Zangulus.
I wish I rolled as well as on in combat that I always do on my initiative.
I'm fine with rolling bad on initiative so long as my in combat is okay.
All right, Carrick, you're up first.
Yeah, same.
I seduce it.
I mean,
Hey, baby, I've got 2 eyes.
You're welcome to try.
No, I'm not seducing it.
please try.
This isn't a Japanese anime.
I wouldn't be surprised if there's a Japanese anime with when they seduce a beholder. We also don't know what a beholder is.
Roll 34 snakes.
I don't know. Would any of us know what a beholder is? That's the question.
Probably not.
I've fought many things in the world, but I don't think I've fought a beholder.
Flint
What
would
do
not
we
have
do
fought a
against
beholder.
this?
Chop off its eyes.
I go with the obvious first reaction, just fireball it.
All right,
That is also my last fireball.
How close is it?
20 feet up in the air over the center dais. Center dais is
away
40 feet
from
away
that?
from you. 40 feet
Okay.
from that.
Okay.
Even if he centered it 20 feet up in the air, the fireball wouldn't have touched you.
Okay, we're good.
Yeah, you're fine. All right,
I doubt I'm
let's
gonna hit
see.
this.
Well, you're doing half damage with the nat 20.
Damn it.
So
Alright.
go ahead and roll your damage.
Still what, like
28.
68?
8d6.
86.
Oh Jesus.
All right, d6.
That's
Trying to
insane.
get the different dice.
What page am I using? Damn it.
They
It's not very close.
are actually the same.
There it is.
5, 5, and 7. Oh, wait, 8. One more. 7.
So 8, 7, 5, and 5.
Yes.
So 25.
No. Only 5, 5, and 7, 7.
You said 7, and then you said 8.
I thought you were on the 8.
You did say 8.
Oh, then I didn't roll an 8.
So 25.
No, 8
13.
dice. Are you only rolling half the dice? Are you rolling all the dice and half again?
I have it.
Rolling all and halving it.
Yeah. He rolls all, I halved it.
Because it might not be the only thing that gets hit by it.
So 13 points of damage.
It's acceptable.
That's not even a flint of damage.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm just confused because it sounded like you read out 4 numbers when you were supposed to roll 8 dice.
6 dice.
Oh, no, I rolled 2d6s every time.
Which is why
So
the
you-
numbers were so low.
Yeah.
Or so high if they were single rolls.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not rolling an 8 on 1d6.
Yeah.
I
If
don't
you
know.
were, something would be wrong.
You're a shifty guy. Roll d20. 50!
Oh, it's just my plus 30.
You're not high enough level for that yet, damn bards. All right, are you doing anything else?
I'm going to inspire Flint because he needs it.
Inspire Flint.
Am I close to Flint?
You're all together at the walking
Yeah,
into
we're
this
All
room.
right, I go up by Flint and start like, okay, you can do this, rubbing his shoulders. It's like, you can do this. We believe in you. Go out there, just give him the right hook. Just
Say this thing is 20
He's
Straight
20
right.
feet in the sky.
I mean, he can probably jump that high.
Here's a theoretical question, Mr. DM.
Hmm.
In an attack round, would it be possible, theoretically, to take the time to tie a rope to the hilt of one of my throwing axes and throw it at the beastie? In an attempt to kind of anchor it.
You could use your bonus action to tie the rope, and then your action to throw it. I would allow it.
I want to try and do that because I can't run up and hit it because it's too bloody high.
Well, Garrett's up first.
All right.
You do feel inspired. What is your inspiration at now?
It's a D8.
So you get a D8 inspiration die. Garrett.
Alrighty.
Of inspiration.
So, seeing that this is a giant ball with eyes on it, and I just saw it take one of Garrett's or one of Carrick's fireballs, like it was like the fireball was like some sort of warm, breezy summer wind. I'm going to start using my own crazy spells. Let me pull it up real quick. gotta remember the exact part of it, how it works and everything.
This is why I was creepy.
Just get it down under like 6 foot high off the ground.
Yeah, can you drag it down?
No, unfortunately. But
Can
I can.
I.
I don't think we. Yeah, we didn't do
Oh
anything.
yeah, I think I can.
Are you a little train?
Let's see, what is it? I am going to use. I will. Crap. Hold on.
When players are flustered because of an enemy in front of them, you know you did right as a DM.
15-foot radius. So I'm gonna get within 15 feet of it just to make sure I can get close to it.
It's 20 feet up in the air. You can't get within 15 easily.
Oh, so okay. So
It's
he's
20 feet above the center pedestal.
So the pedestal height plus 20 feet.
Yeah.
See if it has anything that can hit up there.
Pedestal's like 5 feet, maybe. Like a little bit tiered, decorative. Almost like, what the hell are they called? In a tomb.
Okay, so I'm just gonna cast spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Just gonna grab onto my my holy symbol and be like, Sione, I don't know what the hell this thing is, but it's obviously bad and strong. Give me your strength and let me fuck the shit out of this thing. And casting spiritual weapon. That's
What
a
form is
bonus
the weapon
action.
taking?
So it's going to take the form of a blazing. No, it's going to take the form of a whip that's like got thorns on it, and the whip's going to be on fire. A fiery, thorny whip.
Very Yu Yu Hakusho of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know, but I was thinking about that because the symbol of Tsune is roses, and you know what?
It's appropriate.
This is, undead, so you know, got
Yeah,
to pull out that
it's
rose
very
red.
appropriate. So, with the casting distance on that, you could put it right next. Where are you putting it? I mean,
right next to it.
that's what I figured, but I
Yeah.
didn't want to completely assume. All right, so
Uh,
focusing, the whip appears with radiant red flames around this vibrant green spectral image of a thorny whip weapon floating in the air next to this multi-eyed rotting fleshed creature.
and I'm gonna go and hit it.
Okay,
I'm gonna go to smash it. I'm gonna smash it.
go ahead and make an attack roll.
Are you also gonna wreck it?
I'm gonna wreck it. Yeah, it's 19.
That'll hit.
Okay. It rolled from a 6 to a 14. I was like, yes. And it uses my spell bonus. Oh, no. The ability modifier, not the bonus modifier.
Yep,
So it's
just
less.
the ability modifier.
Which is wisdom, so it's 17.
To hit?
Yeah.
That hits.
Okay.
Just barely.
All right. So it's a 1d8, I believe.
Let me look at your spiritual weapon. I mean, what level did you cast it at? Because I think you can power it up. You can't remember for spiritual weapon.
No, I don't think you can. It doesn't increase with stuff. I'm just gonna.
No, it doesn't? Okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it was +5 because I could make a melee spell attack, and so I use my
Yeah, it uses
Spell
your
attack
spell
bonus.
attack bonus, yeah.
which is +5, so I still hit. I guess it was been 19. 1d8, but I used 1d8 plus my ability modifier for the damage. I don't use
Yeah.
spiritual weapon often, so. So that's a 5 damage.
All right. The whip lashes out, raking across the back of this. Bits of its flesh just slough off, dropping to the ground as the smoke is clearing away from the fireball that had just detonated, but you could see the nasty teeth through it and that large cataract center eye just flicking around, looking, surveying the situation. So, how much damage was that again? You said 5?
5.
Alright. That brings us to Flint. I think. You don't have any... Yeah, because you summoned it and you had to burn. Hold on. Oh, no, you still have your action if you want to use it, don't you?
Me?
Yeah, I think so.
No,
Yeah, 'cause
it says create a floating special weapon with floating cast. When you cast a spell, you can make a melee spell attack against the creature within 5 feet. Oh, so I can do something else, can I?
Yeah, because that was just your bonus action to cast that spell.
All right, then I'm gonna double whammy it with a Sacred Flame. I think is what it's called. Actually, put that on my. So I put that on my freaking spell list. And that's just a dexterity saving throw. So that's a dexterity saving throw.
Yep. What's your DC?
DC's 14.
Made it.
Okay.
It shifts out of the way in the air as it notices this. The red with the green center flame appear in your hand. You throw it forward. It slides, just catching the light of it, with its eye refocusing now on you, it looks like. Though its other eyes are constantly tracking the room and everything that's going in here. Flint! Now you can do your thing.
Okay.
Unless you want to move anywhere, Garrett, or do you want to keep standing near the door entranceway?
I'm going to stand near the door entranceway.
Okay.
I'm not feeling so hot. I don't exactly have tons and tons of hit points right now.
So I'm going to move forward, so I'm decidedly between the group and the beastie. Actually, I'm going to move to within 20 feet. So I'm going to move to right below it, basically. Wait, when you got a throwing thing, what are the two numbers where it says 20/60?
That's the minimum
anything
range and the
beyond
maximum range.
Yeah, the maximum, once you go beyond 20 feet, unless you're like a sharpshooter, you do it with disadvantage on those throws.
Okay, so I move to below it.
Maximum movement.
I use my my movement 35 feet.
Okay, so you would be just out of range. It's 20 feet up. It's 40 feet away. So
What?
Still be within range, you just take a disadvantage of throwing it.
yeah,
I'm confused.
because
So
you're 40 feet away.
Up above the dais, and we're 20 feet away from the dais.
It's 20 feet up, and you're 40 feet away from the dais.
Oh, I'm 40 feet away from the dais.
Right.
That's what I said in the beginning. Yeah, it's 40 feet from the
okay.
dais. Yep. 20 feet up in the
so
air.
I move as far as I can close to it. I hitch a rope around my axe, having a rare bit of inspiration because I was inspired. And I heft the axe and I throw it with an aim of embedding it into some part of the beastie.
Okay.
I'm recklessly, which counts as disadvantage, so it's just a straight roll.
Yep. Make an attack roll.
That would be 20.
It's gonna hit.
Okay. Do I roll damage now?
Give me a strength roll, just a straight up strength roll, because you're trying to embed this. So that was your accuracy on the shot. Give me strength just to see how hard you hefted this. With no advantage, because normally
Okay.
you get advantage on strength rolls, but because you're hucking a very large, unwieldy object that's not really designed for throwing all the time because it's your main axe, right?
No, it's my throwing axe.
Oh, it's just a throwing axe? Okay, so
Yeah,
it's a strength check.
My hand axe.
Are you out of exhaustion now? Because I don't have full track on your exhaustion.
No, I've got 1 point of exhaustion.
Okay, so it's
he
just a
takes-
straight roll then.
With modifier 14.
Okay. Go ahead and roll damage with your throwing axe.
Well, I forgot my inspiration. What can I roll the inspiration for?
It's a D6 bonus, I think.
It's a
Anything-
it's a D8 bonus either to an ability check, an attack roll,
attack
before I
damage?
announce
No.
the result. So I announced the result of the hit, but I haven't said what your strength will or will not do, so you could use it there.
Yeah, I want to just add to that because it was
Okay.
pretty crappy, and I only rolled a 2, so it's only a little bit.
16? Okay.
16, yeah.
Fair enough.
And for damage,
Do you get your rage bonuses for attack with your hand axe?
yeah.
He isn't raged right now.
But I didn't rage yet.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea that he doesn't rage yet.
Yeah, I'm. Once I
He
rage, I
took
just
his
like-
bonus
I have a
action.
feeling. I have an idea of what Flint's gonna do, and it's gonna be reckless and glorious.
9
9
Wow.
damage? Okay.
Yeah. Wait, plus 5. 11. Sorry, 11.
11 with a throwing axe?
Yeah, I rolled a 6 on my d6. I get plus
Jeez.
5.
Hey, I've seen.
What's
I've
your
seen-
strength?
My strength is 20.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, yeah, that would do
Yeah.
it.
I think he bumped his strength up.
God damn, I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
Got my strength.
Holy shit. You are a strong motherfucker.
I am a strong dwarf.
Strong. He's strong.
Strong.
He's strong.
Taking the axe and hucking it as hard as you can, it spins through the air. The rope kind of gets tangled with it as it goes, which slows the impact down, though it does make contact with the flesh. You see a chunk of it fall off, but with it falls the axe, not able to get purchase inside this thing. So you did a good amount of damage to it, and it one of the eyes looks down at you. So you definitely heard it, and it noticed you.
Failure makes me angry. Just saying.
I can see that. Raven.
Alright, what's the layout of this room again? Is there like pillars or something?
There's 4 obelisks in here, so it's pentagon-shaped room. So the wall you're on, 2 walls to a point across the way, and then 4 obelisks of a dark obsidian material, and then the center platform, which almost looks like what the hell is it? A tomb. You know, where bodies were stored old times made out of stone. Sarcophagus? I can never remember the exact term for the European style of that, but one of those with a green cylindrical ornate glass looking almost like an hourglass with this odd greenish glow of fog in there that emanates in a thick smoke off of it down into the dais, into holes on there, and spills out from there. The obelisks are about 5 feet wide.
How tall are they?
They go the points are almost to the ceiling,
Okay.
which is right above them, 20 feet, and then it goes into a small dome and hole where this thing came out of, which is right above the dais.
And the hourglass thing, you said that's in glass? Or it's made of glass?
It appears to be made of some sort of material like glass. You can see through it. It's ornately structured. It's got metal around the edges. That's about the most detail you can pick up, though, when you first walked in and glanced, because now you're kind of focused on this giant thing that's got a long tongue lolling out and eyes darting around the room, focused on you, focused on Zangulus, on everybody all at once. It's kind of unnerving.
Okay. Trying to think how wise it would be to attack the hourglass, but I'm gonna shoot an arrow right at the big center eyeball.
Are you actually trying to hit the center eyeball, or are you just shooting that general direction? I.e. called shot or not?
In that general direction, aiming for the center, but like if I get off to the side, I'm not like
Okay.
taking any
Regular
extra
attack
time.
then. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Just making sure since I allow called shots at a negative.
I'm gonna miss with a 12.
You're a little bit shaken at everything that's been going on. You pull back and you just can't focus the shot. You loose. Miss wide. You still have your bonus action and movement. What are you doing?
I'm hiding behind one of the obelisks.
All right. 4 of them. So you've got left and right you could get to.
I'm gonna go to the left.
All right. You dart off over to the left. Go ahead and roll me a stealth. Bonus action to hide. It is very dimly lit in here.
15.
Okay. Okay, good to know. You duck into the shadows, put your back up against the pillar. One of the eyes looks over in your general direction to track you, but you think that maybe you got out of sight? You're not sure. Zangulus.
Oh. Figured I would have been after the creature.
Nope. I rolled a nat 1 on its initiative.
Oh, jeez.
Nice.
Oh, he's not doing well.
Well,
It's just
he's-
watching
he has
intensely.
he has seen better days.
You-
Oh.
Well, I know who's getting targeted on the first round of attack.
Disadvantage.
I had to do it. I had to do it. He set it up.
Yeah. How close is the closest pillar?
Pillars would be about the way they're spaced, 25 feet away from you at the angle.
Alright, I'm gonna get behind one of the pillars and take a shot at
Are you going over where Raven went to the left or to the one on the right on your own?
It looks like she's trying to hide. I'm probably gonna go to the other one. Because I'm not trying to hide, I'm actually using it for cover.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna cast Hunter's Mark on the creature. And then I'm gonna take a shot at it. 17.
17 just hits.
Okay. Thank God.
It's a very large ball of flesh that doesn't have armor on it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Alright.
And its flesh is decaying.
Yes.
No way, me son.
It's not even that tough of a hide when it's decaying.
16 damage.
Damn.
Yeah, actually I rolled really low for all the dice.
More than a flint.
16. 1-6.
Yes, I
And
know.
Flint usually does 20 damage on a
Yeah.
single hit.
Yeah,
Like
but
a
Flint
That-
did
that's like
an
3/4
11.
Flint.
So a flint
Yeah, Flint
went down
even
in
rolled
value.
underneath a Flint.
Yeah, Flint went down in value this time around. So Flint is actually valued less this round.
Inflation.
So this is a good time to buy Flint.
It was the flint light.
Yeah.
It was a thrown flint.
Okay. Still doing anything else?
Do I get my second attack? I can never
Yes.
remember. Okay, then I will shoot my second arrow.
All right.
Oh, that's much better. 22.
That's going to hit.
Oh, much more damage. Exact same damage, 16.
All right.
There's my flint worth of damage. And then I'm gonna, like, hide behind the... Not hide, but get better behind the...
Try to get some cover.
Yeah.
As you reach up, loose 2 arrows quickly, just burying them into the side of this creature. They sink further in than you even expected. Just you see this oozing dark purple blood coming out of it as one of the eyes whips around and looks down in your direction. Let's see, which one is it going to be?
This thing is really gross.
All right. Let's play this. If it's, yeah, we can do it this way. It does that. The eye looks over at you, and you see it shifting and this moving pattern within it before a dark gray color ray comes out of it in your direction. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Who?
Zangulus.
Alright. I am casting luck because that's a 1. It's at least a little better. 10. Pretty shitty.
As this gray beam goes right past the corner, catching you in the arm, not fully able to get out of the way. You see it make contact. You don't feel pain, but then you feel your whole body lock up as you are completely motionless. You are paralyzed.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
That's fun.
I got him.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has this. With that, it shifts itself and floats a little bit further back into the room, closer to one of the back pillars, but not quite able to make it, still staying high up into the air.
It's still where did it move?
Yeah, it moved 20 feet back further away. It doesn't move very fast. You can see now where it's moving. It's not a very quick thing. But whatever it just did to Zangulus, he can't speak, can't do anything. He's just locked in place and falls over.
That's bad.
Oh, I even fall over.
Yeah, you're paralyzed. You wouldn't hold your balance very well. You're more like leaning against the pillar in a completely frozen living statue kind of way.
All right, is my turn?
That would bring us to you, Carrick, yes.
Yes. I'm gonna cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter.
Let me look up the spell.
I should be able to get within range.
I'm just looking it up real quick. Check this. Yeah, if you move, well, let's see. You're at the door, so you were 40 feet away. No, you can't. It's 30-foot range.
Oh.
You have to move up and cast it.
No, you could. You could just get in range. Because
Yeah,
40,
but can you
20,
put-
yeah.
Because
You
it was
could just
yeah,
get
it
in
was
range.
40 before, and I can
Yep,
I can
I
move
did.
30.
I mathed wrong.
Yeah. So I should just be in range. Right, I'm gonna cast that.
Okay.
Just gonna look at him and go, what do you call a potato with glasses? A spectator.
That's actually kind of good. That's kind of good. I like that.
All right, I gotta.
Didn't seem to have any effect.
Damn it.
Oh,
Well, I tried.
because it's a zombie. Or beholders just.
Zombies
They
get
have
They-
abused.
they
terrible
just
senses
have-
of humor.
yeah,
They
they
have
have no sense
terrible
of
sense of humor.
Whatever it is, didn't work.
Alright.
Doing anything
Well.
else?
Crying.
It's like, no.
Heal yourself, maybe.
Can I?
Well, you do have your own touch. I can't know the whole song. You know, you can touch yourself and make you feel better. That's how it works. That's how it works in D&D.
Well, you can whisper to yourself.
Oh
'Cause
yeah,
it's
it's
a
a
healing
bonus.
word.
It's a bonus action.
Myself,
Carelessly whisper to yourself.
Are you humming to yourself the Doug theme song?
No, careless whisper.
All right, so you're doing healing word.
Healing word as a bonus action.
Okay, what level? Because you can do it at level 2 if you want.
I will cast this at level 1 because I don't want to waste more level 2 spells.
Yeah, now we've all got the Doug.
What do you whisper to yourself to make yourself feel just a little bit better?
No, it's just a careless whisper. Just
All right, D4 plus your modifier in healing.
What's my modifier in healing? Is my proficiency?
No, it's your spellcasting modifier, whatever the plus is after your charisma.
Oh, 5. So 9.
Jesus, you have a 20 in charisma now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bunch of
So,
us bumped
one of-
ourselves up to
Wow.
something.
All you 20s now. Yeah, no one sent me character sheets except saying
I mean, I probably screwed up somewhere because I don't think I technically have a bonus to my because I did multi-class. I technically don't have a bonus to my my stats yet. I'm still like a level or 2 away
Oh,
because it's based off of your character.
you're
seven.
not at level 8 with anybody.
Nope, I'm at level 6 in cleric and 2 in fighter. So
Yeah, he hasn't gotten the +4 or the at the level 4 or the level 8 yet.
Yeah, okay.
That's where multi-classing can bite you.
Yeah,
Yep. That's why I decided not multi-class yet.
I didn't think about that.
All right, so Carrick, you healed 9 hit points. Make sure to mark that on the screen.
I'm not the one with that power.
You should have that power.
Yeah,
I know
must
Flint
have
gave it to everyone. All right, Garrett,
Yeah, but I didn't bookmark the link, so
How many did you get? 6.
9.
9.
9.
69. Garrett.
all right. So how far away is Zanglos from me?
Zangul's 25 feet.
Yeah.
So he's within walking distance of me. I can get there.
Yes, you could get
That's exactly.
right up on Zangulus. Yep.
I will walk up to Zangulus.
Please don't get right up on me.
I will get right up on him. He seems motionless, right? Stunned, petrified, something like that.
Completely
Yeah,
frozen.
something like that. Completely
So,
frozen, unmoving.
So thinking about how he's trained and thinking about his medical, he knows that there are 2 ways that he could see if he can like get a reaction out of him, either a sternum rub or the less academic grab and squeeze. So being Garrett, he's going to do the less academic
Yeah.
grab and squeeze, and cast and whisper in his ears. I'm sorry, turn your head and cough method. And he's going to whisper in his ear, "Do not be afraid. I am a doctor." And then cast less restoration on him.
With that, you felt all of the squeeze. You just couldn't react to it until you feel this warm light move through your body. All of your muscles relax, except one in a certain area. It's
Oh my.
Oh, Wangulus.
there's
Can that be its name from that one? Oh my god!
Garrett has hold of Wangulus right now.
And then
Get
for my,
it?
My bonus action. I'm gonna move the
Your what? Your bonus action.
my bonus action. Bonus.
Oh my gosh.
I'm going to move the weapon towards the beholder and smack it again.
I
Alright.
blame I blame Carrick saying Careless Whisper.
It's the most romantic song of all time.
24.
It's
works if
probably
you're
gonna hit, right?
paralyzed.
That'll hit.
10 damage. Woo.
As the whip follows along with this thing, lashes out again, cutting off another section of flesh, sloughing this thing. All right. That brings us to Flint.
Okay, it's still high in the sky.
Oh, yeah. And move 20 feet further away from you now.
Away.
Over to a pillar. Yeah, it's moved from the above point where you were moving towards 20 feet that way. You could still get right underneath it if you wanted to, though.
But it's. Oh, okay. Do it. Do it. Getting up underneath it.
Because you have enough movement to
Try
get there.
again.
You have your
My dwarf is
improvised
rope trick.
weapon. Your improvised rope throwing axe.
Yeah.
I have a feeling of I know what's going to happen if he embeds this thing. Flint's either going to climb the rope or he's going to use the leverage on the axe to swing it around and smack it against a wall or something.
I was going to pull it down, but those are two good options.
Why don't you just climb the rope?
Yeah, that's what I say. Climb the rope. Like he's going to climb the rope onto top and then just start smacking it while he's on top of it.
Okay, well, I think I probably miss. 11.
Doesn't hit.
Yeah.
You rear back, huck the throwing axe as hard as you can, trying to hit it this time. However, standing right underneath it and with it moving over towards a pillar, you misjudge it and just knock the side of the pillar, throwing your shot off, and the axe actually goes off a ways, so it's still dangling on the rope, but now it's sitting across the room, so you'll have to pull
Well,
it back
I
to you.
pull it back and throw it again. My second attack.
All right, bonus action to pull it back.
Mhm.
So just roll me a dexterity, just to see if you can snag this thing when you pull it back to you, so you don't overshoot it.
19 plus what? 21.
You catch the axe midair, ready for a throw. Take your second shot.
That would be 18.
That does hit. Go ahead and roll me
That's fine.
strength.
I think I have an idea.
20.
You're not raging,
No.
so disadvantage then because of your exhaustion. Because you don't, unless you're raging, you don't get your strength advantage.
15.
15. You do make contact, but again, it just cuts a piece of this flesh off that now spatters down around you. More of this purple, thick, ichor, almost congealed dead blood just dropping in clotted pools around you.
That's 8 damage.
8 damage? Okay. All right. Raven.
Well,
Hmm.
I'm gonna shoot at it again. I have nothing better to do.
Okay.
And I miss again. This time with an 11.
Popping out from behind the pillar, take a shot, just ricochets off of another one of those obelisks and cracks in half, the arrow scattering to the floor behind it. Across
I'm
the
gonna
room.
rehide.
Yeah.
All right, roll stealth.
14.
Okay, good to know. Zangulus.
Could you please let go of me for a moment? Garrett.
No. Oh yes. No. Yes. Let go.
You feel the tension on Wangulus released.
I'm going to take another couple of shots at the eyeball.
All right,
24.
that'll hit.
Two.
22 points of
Yeah,
damage.
that was a good roll.
That's a
Damn.
flint. That's a flint amount of damage.
That was a good roll.
Okay.
1 metric flint.
1 metric flint.
All right, second shot. Second shot. Roll a 5. So.
First shot, you bury it directly underneath one of those whipping around eye stalks that catches sight of there at the last second as it goes in. Turns and sees the second arrow and shifts its body. As it moves out of the way of that one, it drifts a little bit further back around one of the pillars, keeping an eye focused on you, Zangulus, you have heard it the most so far.
And I'm going to put myself in cover.
Okay. It shifts itself, keeping one of those eye stalks on you. Others come into focus as it... Oh no. Dexterity saving throw.
From who?
You.
Me. Of course.
Yeah, well, you've done the most damage to it, and this thing is kind of harried, so...
Thankfully, that's the one saving throw that's 17.
Alright. You do get just out of the way. Let's see. Yeah. As this thing focuses on you, a sickly green ray beam starts to form in one of its eyes. As it fires out, you watch it as you spin yourself around the edge of the obelisk. It catches the corner where you just were, and you watch as that piece of the obelisk turns to dust as this thing just goes through, slams into some more of the rock, which then crumbles to dust around it. That one rattled you a bit.
Yeah.
If that had touched, that could have been very, very bad.
Oh, we gotta be really careful when fighting this thing.
Now, looking around more harried, it moves to the center of the room again, slightly upwards towards that hole where it came out of. Looks around, one of each of its eyes focusing on the 4 different pillars. And its center eye shuts. You watch the pillars start to pulse with the same light that lights the room, the glow now increasing in that green.
Whose turn is it?
I believe it's Carrick's.
So that
Yes.
would, yeah, that's Carrick.
This is not looking good.
I have some ideas. Is there like any arrows or anything embedded in them still?
You're gonna try to heat metal? Is that what you're trying to do?
There's a couple of arrows that have embedded in the body,
You
yeah.
have to touch him. You have to touch the metal for it to heat metal.
No, I don't. Strange. It's 60 feet.
All right.
I had another idea that's more out there and probably won't work. It's heat metal seems like the most like this is probably gonna work idea. The other one will possibly work and will lead to us being able to deal a lot of damage to it.
What would you cast heat metal on?
The arrows I close.
Oh. Don't cast them on mine.
Which one do I want to try? Heat metal. I think I'm gonna go with heat metal.
Alright. Did you read the spell?
Yes.
Okay. So you're focusing on heating up the metal. Though it's not working for some reason.
I can see the arrows.
You can see the arrows. Can you see the metal tips?
I don't know. Perception. Are they not embedded?
Go ahead and roll perception.
Does seem a little silly.
9.
You see the haft of the arrow, but the arrows that are in it, any piece of metal is buried deep inside this thing. You can't see any of the metal that's actually buried into it.
Can I retroactively change what spell I'm casting?
Nope, that's why I asked you if you read your spell.
But I did. I thought that I would still be able to, but okay.
I gave you an out there when I asked if you read the spell to
Yeah.
make sure you were paying attention.
All right. Well, that's my turn.
That's all you're doing. Okay. So you watch Carrick focus and concentrate on this thing, and then see nothing happen. So Garrett, you're up.
All right, so around me, the pillars are glowing now more than they were.
Yes, they're starting to pulse with a
Is there
sickly green light, similar to the light on the center of the dais. And
Is
from all
there
of the
something on the dais other than the light?
sconces. There's the
Sconces?
the cylindrical thing on the dais that has that fog pouring out of it that looks sort of hourglass. You haven't been really up close and inspected what it is.
All right, yeah, this doesn't look good.
No.
You
it's
good?
not.
You good? You good? You good, Zangulas? Are you
I'm
good?
good for right now.
All right.
These things pulsating doesn't make me feel comfortable.
Just you'll be fine. I run. How far away am I from the dais? Still 40 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Because
Well, no, because it's 25 up there. It'd be 25 to the dais with the angle.
Okay, so I'm 25 feet up. Okay, so
Yeah.
I can get to the dais.
Yes, you
All
can.
right, I get to the dais, and I'm gonna investigate the dais, and we'll use my bonus action to move my
Spiritual weapon.
my special weapon against it and attack it, because it can still move up to it and attack, right? It's 20. It's up maximum speed of up to 25 feet, or 20
Yeah.
feet, I should say.
Yeah, it keeps pace
Didn't
with him.
move.
Let's see. Let me check your spiritual weapon real quick for something.
Yeah, it's range of 20 feet.
Okay. So you focus on the spiritual weapon, move it over as you rush forward to the dais. The whip lashes out to crack against this creature that is floating up there. And as it does, you watch as there are sparks of green energy that spin around it as your weapon goes to come into contact with it. And it just slams into it. Oh yeah. It just dispels the effect of your spiritual weapon immediately, just shattering the whip into a green and red dust in the air. That fades.
That's not good. All right, so I still have my regular action, right? Because I moved up to the dais.
Yep, you still have your regular action.
I'm like, keep it busy. I'm gonna look at the this thing and try to like look at it closely. to figure out if it's basically is it to see whatever anything I can. I'm trying to figure out, is it controlling this thing? Does it look like it's you know, it's, you said it's getting off this like a fog, and it's coming off with green glow. Did it increase as everything else increased around it? That kind of stuff.
Investigation.
Yeah.
That'll take the rest of your turn.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I'm not gonna do anything else.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay. What you do see is that the center is some sort of hardened. It's not glass, though it appears to be almost like it could have been. However, there are spots in it where you notice it's some sort of perfectly structured crystal to give it the illusion of being glass made into an hourglass. However this was made is intensely, painstakingly handcrafted. There are some sort of unrecognizable symbols etched into it along what appear to be darkened, now that you're up close, darkened a dark onyx type material. Sorry, there's really loud static that was coming through. It's gone down now.
Or not.
Or not. Dark. A black onyx-like material. Very similar to what the obelisks are made out of.
The inside of it?
Inside of it is this eerie green soupy mist that perpetually pours out of the top into 4 holes that are on the dais. Inside the mist, you swear, but for just a second, that you see the figure of someone, a face, and then another, ghostly, haunted, almost featureless,
The
then
priest
another,
said,
and
"Save
another, and
them."
another.
That's them. These are the spirits of the people who were taken.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, I just grab the thing and yank it up as hard as I can. Well,
All right.
yeah, I'm gonna do stupid things. I'm gonna
Strength.
do stupid things.
Strength roll.
How large is this thing you're trying to lift?
It's not very big. It's, you know,
Yeah, from the description, it sounds
I mean,
like
for a
the size of an
halfling,
hourglass.
it's, yeah,
It's probably half of me, but you know.
yeah, it's about half of you.
6.
6.
Yeah.
You reach for it ain't budging for you.
I shout out, "This is the souls. These are the souls that have been taken. This is the source of the power. We need to free them.
How?
Either take it or blow it up.
I'm in favor of the latter.
I'd rather not destroy it, though, because we could not save them. If we can lift this up and take it with us, maybe we can remove the power from this place. Take care of the big thing up there. Flint, I need your strength."
Okay.
And it's your turn, Flint.
So what do you need me to do?
Lift this. I point at the thing in the center. Pick it up.
Why?
Because it has the souls of the people from the temple.
So what do we do with it once he's carrying it? Run?
What about that thing?
We'll deal with that once we get the souls. This could be the power source for the whole damn spell curse thing.
Okay. I grabbed the thing.
We're saving souls.
All right. You run over, grab hold, roll me a strength roll.
17.
Disadvantage, don't forget.
15.
With that, you feel it start to pry free. This thing has been constructed to be anchored in here somehow, so you feel it start to give way and pull. with a bit more effort, it looks like it might pop free, but it hasn't done so yet. You spend your whole time there rushing over. You've got both feet up on the edge of the dais now, pulling as hard as you can. So with that goes to Raven.
Keep it distracted, Raven. Kill it.
Right. I haven't hit it once, and you expect me to kill it?
Flint can't.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna ready another arrow. And I'm gonna be like, oi, ugly. And maybe I hit it with an 18?
18 hits.
Okay.
No sneak attack.
Yeah, I kind of blew that, didn't I?
You said oi ugly before you shot,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah. 8! 8 whole damage.
Hey.
You did a whole Garrett full of damage.
Yeah.
You watch as Raven now finally lands a shot, loosing with her bow. It goes up. It streaks towards this creature, and it does make contact. Though, you know your shots, and you know that was a pretty good one. Doesn't seem to have nearly as much of an effect as you wanted.
Guys, this thing is absorbing damage. Like, my arrows aren't doing the normal killy, die stuff they usually do.
That's why we have to get this thing out of the center.
Okay. I hide again.
Go ahead and roll a stealth as you try to duck back behind the pillar, taking cover.
How far away is the next obelisk?
25 feet. They're spaced very evenly around the room.
Alright. I want to try to run to the next one, and I get a bonus action, don't I? Like a,
Yeah, you could make it over there and take your bonus action still.
yeah. So
You
I'm
still
gonna
have your
run
movement.
over there and use my bonus action to hide again.
All right, go ahead and roll your stealth.
Ooh. 22. 23, sorry. Can't do math.
23. All right. You felt this was a better position. Good shadowing here, though it's getting brighter around the pillars and doesn't make you too happy. But you think you've ducked down and you didn't see any of the eyes track you this time. Zangulus.
Well, there's only one thing I can do.
Try to take over the world.
Yes. See you guys later. I'll just shoot at it again, even
All right.
though Raven wasn't sounding too confident. Oh, and I rolled well too. 29.
29 hits. It very much does hit.
$18 damage.
How much of that was from your hunter's mark
6. Or 1, sorry. I rolled a 1 on that one.
on that one?
Yeah.
As you went to track the shot and fired up at it, you felt the connection to the creature tracking it dissipate.
Oh, this isn't good.
So 17?
Yeah.
Okay. Your arrow connects, but it seems to almost bend to the side slightly and doesn't go in nearly as far as your earlier shots.
Whatever you guys are doing, you better do it real quick. I'll take my second shot.
All right?
Yeah, same.
Also a 19, so 29
That also hits.
for 11 damage.
You're finding the mark. You know that you're dead on with these things, but they just are not piercing through. Something is giving resistance before the arrow hits this thing.
Not piercing through, you say? Are you saying there's metal showing?
Not all the way through, enough that the metal is inside.
Damn it.
Whatever you're doing, you better do it real fast.
So where they sunk in about a good 3 inches before, now they're sinking in maybe 1.5 inches.
Yeah. And I'm gonna hide behind the pillar again, but I'm gonna step away from the pillar because I don't like the fact that it's all glowy, glowy.
How far back are you moving away from it?
Let's say 10 feet.
Okay.
So I'm still under cover, but I don't want to be close to it while it's pulsing.
Got it. All right. As the glow intensifies further, I need Raven, Flint, and Garrett to all make Constitution saving throws.
Eh.
Ugh, it's gonna be bad.
Oh, nat 20. Here's my one for the game.
17. Thank God. I have no points in Constitution.
Oh,
And
10.
Flint?
10.
All right. So
Rolled a 4.
Dang it.
Raven and Garrett, you take 4 points as a noxious gas, very much like a thicker version of this fog, comes off of all of the pillars and out of the center dais. However, you cover your mouths and start coughing a little bit. Flint, you take 8 points of damage. And if it weren't for your natural hardy constitution, you have immunity to poison, right?
I do, yeah.
Oh, this is poison?
Or it's
I
poison.
actually have
You have an advantage on it.
I have
Flint,
advantage,
think.
so I can let me roll again.
Yeah, so go ahead and roll again.
Yeah, it's okay. I'm still good. I still got 17.
18.
Okay. Your natural ability, you feel the poison start to take hold in your system. However, you cough it out as thick gobs of green just come out of you as the gas converts very quickly and burns. But you hold yourself, so it was only 4 points of damage to you there. You watch as the fog filters upwards towards this creature, surrounding it, absorbing into its very body. Okay. As Zangulus, you watch the arrows that you had embedded in it push back out of the body, clattering to the floor. As you see the purple ooze that was just slowly running out of it move to a stop as its eyes snap back open again and start looking about the room. Because it's going to be random, it's going to pick up and find you, so...
Healing
2,
thoughts.
3, 4.
Do that.
Carrick, one of the eyes whips down in your direction, staring directly
Cutting
at
word?
you. That's not going to affect this,
Yeah, I thought so.
because you just have to make a dex saving throw outright.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Careful.
18 plus a... No, not 8 plus 7.
You rolled an 18?
Yes.
Okay.
And
You
I got a plus 7.
hit the ground as fast as you can, watching that sickly green beam come firing your way as the ground behind you, a pit is formed as it's just completely turned to dust.
Oh, shit.
This thing
Exactly.
floats further along the ceiling and focuses now on, let's see, there's only 4 of you left, so I'll use this. Garrett, one of the eyes focuses on you.
Okay.
And it uses that. You need to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right. I'm going to use my lucky because I can do that. Roll the 1. 19.
You see that same grayish bright beam slam into you. However, your body, as it tenses up, you start to feel it lock, and you push your muscles through it. Cramped, aching, but not frozen in place. Carrick.
Do I potentially do dumb thing, or do I go for damage?
Dumb thing.
I mean,
Dumb
right
thing.
now.
The question is, what would Carrick do in this situation?
Yes, it's
Yeah.
always that.
WWKD.
Fireball.
He doesn't have a fireball.
Thunder
No,
blast.
no, I can't do that. Doesn't affect an undead. So I
Sing a
can't
song.
Sing the song.
Sing a song of anti-flight.
Get the fuck down.
Do you have command still?
Uh,
I do, but it
I
has to understand you.
Yeah.
I don't have command. I have suggestion. But yeah, I was going to phantasmal force it and put like a giant weight on it, so it would have to like land. But turns out phantasmal force doesn't actually affect undead creatures.
Mm.
So I'm increasingly happy I picked the spell up. So I'm actually gonna use shatter on it.
You're gonna use shatter on it.
Yeah. It's 3d8 of damage if he fails a constitution saving throw.
All right.
I feel like we should be using shatter on the hour.
What's your DC again?
My spell DC is 16.
Ooh, pretty high.
You focus on shatter. Go ahead and roll damage, because it's still gonna do some damage.
It's 2 8s. So 16 on the first roll. And I only roll 1. Throw away that die. And a 6. So 22.
Wait, did you roll 2 there and just choose 1 to throw away?
No, I threw away a die and then re-rolled it because I was only rolling 1 die, not 2 die on the second.
Okay. Just, I was making sure you didn't pick. So
No, I
it's
didn't.
20. You watch as you focus, expecting to basically blow an entire chunk of this thing off. However, a wave slams into it, just missing it a little bit, as it doesn't have the same effect. It seems to shake itself around. Its eyes move a little bit, reverberating, and then refocus down on you. Didn't have as much of an effect as you'd want.
Damn it. Yeah, shatter on the hourglass seems like maybe a good idea.
Can you cast it again?
I can actually, so
Keep it in your pocket.
Still have your bonus action.
I do have my bonus action. I'm gonna inspire Flint again.
How are you inspiring Flint?
How do I inspire Flint? Okay. Flint, you know that smell you really like, that smell of blood. Like when you just cut into like a fresh orc. Focus on that smell.
You feel inspired by the smell of orc blood, Flint.
You know the smell.
And with that,
Smell of victory.
it's your turn, Garrett.
All right, I'm gonna have to look this up because I don't know actually the range on this, but I think it's any I can see, or it's pretty freaking big. Because this thing is like what, 60 feet above us or 40 feet above us?
It's moved
I'm on the
20 feet
dais, so.
back. It was above the... Yeah, it's about 40 feet away.
Okay, let me look it up real quickly. But
What's the spell? I can find it.
turn undead.
Oh, that's an ability.
Yeah.
It does have a range, though.
Yeah.
Okay. I can find it.
thought the turn undead was you turn yourself into an undead thing.
Yeah.
I was wrong.
Yeah, it's Turn of the Undead.
30 feet of you.
So he still was too far away from me.
You could move closer to it, or you can stay at the dais.
I thought it was above the dais still. I thought I moved back towards the
No,
dais
it-
and moved back up to this hole.
It was there, but it shifted away when
Yeah.
its eyes repurposed, so it started floating back towards one of the pillars again. After the weird fog absorbed into it, it floated away.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what to do. Flint, you're good, right? You're good, right? Flint?
This thing with the stuff in.
Keep pulling it, and then I'm gonna walk up to him and smack him in the butt and get cast just like the like good game, Pat. And busy ding dong to you. And he's going to get bless.
Oh,
I'm gonna as within range. See what bless is. Is it 30 feet?
Bless is 30 feet, yes.
Yeah, 30 feet. So who's within 30 feet of me other than Flint?
At this point, just Raven.
Yeah, just Raven. Okay, it's a good.
No,
game.
actually,
And I
because
look
you're
over-
right at the center.
Yeah.
If you're still at the dais, right?
Yeah.
Zangulus is no. You move 10 feet back,
Yeah, I
Zangulus.
moved
So
back.
yeah, just Raven is within range.
All right. So I say, I slap Flint's butt and say, "Good game." And pizza ding dong, you got this. I look over at Raven and go, "You got this. You got this. You got this."
Hey.
Hey. And then walk over towards the thing and try to get right underneath it.
All right, so you bless them. You move forward. You're
25 feet, which is, I don't know how close I am to it.
You'd be able to get within range of it.
Yeah, but I don't have a. Oh yeah, then because I'm gonna be able to get within range of it, I'm going to do something even better. I am going to take the holy symbol, raise one hand up, and go, Sayone, bring me your spirits. You're tired, you're pissed off, you're angry angels, and fuck this thing up.
Did you cast bless?
I did. This is I'm using my what is it called? Action surge.
Ah, okay.
So bless, they get their bless, which is a D4 to attack or saving throw if they need to. And then this thing, oh no, never mind. I can't do that, can I? Because it's only 15 feet and he's still 20 feet in the air.
Dungeon Master. It's
just-
something on your face.
Yeah, there's something on your face. No, I'm not. Like, you need to move your mouse.
How did that get on my face?
I don't know.
That's weird as hell because I have.
He's just putting in his nose. He's putting in his nose. All right, I'll just
That
use
is
it on
really
Dex then.
weird that shows up. Because I was looking up the player's handbook and somehow the mouse was on my face.
Yes.
Even though it's a completely different window.
It's happened before with Zoom, and specifically with Zoom, it happens. Yeah, I cost turn undead.
All right, so you're using your action to turn undead. Got it.
Turn undead.
Actually, is it a full action or is it a bonus action?
Turn undead, I believe, is your action. It doesn't specify.
Let me look it up.
I'm reading. That's what I was reading,
Yeah.
which caused the mouse over my face. Can choose to do it. You can use it again then as an action. Yeah, it's an action.
Yeah. As an action.
So, yep,
So, yeah.
that's your action.
Yep, that's my action.
All right.
Has to beat 14. Probably will. We'll save.
I did.
That's all.
Darn.
It looks down at you. Its eyes go wide, and it starts to kind of shake. You see it almost quaking in place.
You serious?
Roll low.
It worked. Turn Undead has worked every single time I've used it. I don't think it's failed yet. Oh, it failed once. For one
It
dude.
did fail once, yeah.
So whatever you did seemed to have an effect on it.
I have it shaking in its boots. Pull the damn thing out already.
Lint, your turn.
Okay, well, I'm pulling this thing off.
Right?
Remember, you're the
Strength.
Okay.
Can he use
can use
inspiration
the-
during that?
Yes.
It stacks.
Yes. You can
Yeah.
use inspiration
Right.
and bless together. Yeah.
My disadvantage here?
Yes, you're still
Yes.
disadvantaged because you're exhaustion and you're not raging. That's why.
Okay. We'll do that, and do that. Okay. Using all the things, I have, what's that, 9, 10, 11, 19, 24.
Oh,
Jesus.
remember.
24.
Nice.
With that, you wrench and you feel this thing come free. You go popping back off the dais. You see some sort of piece of metal that it was connected to lower itself into the center dais piece as this comes off. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Of course.
Uh-oh.
I swear if a bullet
Anybody can
comes
do it,
rolling
Flint
at
can.
us-
Advantage or no advantage on that, Grakees? For
No
him.
advantage.
Okay.
It's a 19.
Nope.
Oh,
This is nasty.
What did you make me do?
R.I.P.
The other bless.
Yeah, bless is just D4 forever. So if you have to save, you can.
Oh,
do that.
D4 forever. Okay. In that case, 22.
22.
Oh, okay, 22.
Because bless works for a minute. So
Oh, okay. I thought it was
Yeah.
a one shot.
nope.
No, no,
For 1
bless.
minute, basically for the entire encounter, because it's not even been like a minute yet in game.
Okay, yeah. So 22 then.
It may have been a minute. We've been playing for about an hour, about 2 hours. So
Isn't like around a minute?
no, around 6 seconds.
Wait, when did you cast it?
Oh, it's just, it wouldn't have worked on the strength check, but you still had enough strength. It's just saving throws and attacks.
Yeah, that was my.
But
That was
it
a-
did
that was a
it did
saving
work on this saving throw. With that, you feel this dark energy come off of this thing as you hit the ground. You all watch as there's this black pulse, and almost like a second form of Flint shifts out of him as this wave goes through him. However, you watch it snap back into his body. Flint, you feel this disconnect from yourself and then reattachment as you grow cold inside. You take, so it's halved because you made your saving throw, 41 points of necrotic damage. That's
I can
halved.
take it. I can take it. 7, 37.
And everyone except Flint make perception checks for me.
That would have killed me though. Yes.
I roll a 1.
I rolled a 5.
11.
Also
Okay.
11.
Next time I get expertise, I'm putting it in fucking perception.
I
Let's
know,
see.
I did that too.
My perception 9
Please roll some.
plus. I rolled shit. 9 plus 3, so 12.
All of you definitely saw this secondary Flint leave his body and slam back in. You watch as he grows very, very pale. And take notice that his flesh is almost gray in color. Flint, you're feeling around and just almost checking that you're reattached to yourself. No beard, though.
Oh no, morale is plummeting.
What happened?
Something must have happened with the thing.
I think the hourglass stole your beard.
The thing took your beard. Kill it.
What did you do, Garrett?
I didn't do anything.
It's the
What did
monster.
you make me do?
Save people.
Flint. The thing, the eyeball, stole your beard.
No, Greg. Revenge is what you want.
Create a crying dwarf.
Flint, snap out of it. Come on.
Raven. That pulse of energy just sapped your strength that killed the rest of your turn off, Flint. You were so pulled from it. It was one of the effects.
It's
All right.
Good, because I'd be throwing this thing I just pulled off at Garrett's head.
At a loss of anything else to do, I'm gonna shoot it again.
All right.
With a 23.
That'll hit, and you get your sneak attack this time.
Yay. Alright. That's 46. Where's my other d4? Or d6, not d4. $20 damage. I did a flint.
One flint.
Hey.
I
That's
did
funny.
1 flint of damage.
Nice. As you take aim this time, catching it right center mass in the back side of it. It wasn't even paying attention to you. Just one arrow, swat. As an eye starts whipping around to look. What are you doing with the rest of your turn?
With my
Second attack.
action or whatever, I'm gonna hide. And with my with my remaining action, I'm gonna slap Flint across the face with my mage hand, say snap out of it, and then hide with my bonus action.
Okay. I'll allow it for the flavor of it. Rule of cool. Flint, you feel an invisible slap across your face and hear Raven tell you to snap out of it from across the room. Go ahead and roll yourself.
Modified 20.
You're pretty sure this thing, its eye was scanning, but it never locked on in your direction. You're pretty sure you got a good spot on it at this point. However, when you did sink the arrow in and you were paying attention to it, some of the fleshy bits that you know were blown off of this thing seem to be back. So, Zangulus.
So Flint's not like actually diseased. He's just been hurt really, really badly.
Necrotized.
Mm.
I'm just wondering if I should cast anything on him.
It's up to you.
I mean, I've still got more hit points than Garrett and Garrett.
Yeah.
All of us have more hit points than Carrick.
I mean, over half dead, I still have more hit points than them.
Yup. Losing health is bad.
Yeah.
As a general rule, that is true.
Yeah. Losing permanent health is worse.
Yeah.
I feel like we're quite a reckless group.
Well, I'm going to.
What ticked you off?
Oh, I'd hate to cast lesser restoration and nothing actually happen, but I'd rather Flint's not dying also.
You have to touch him for it.
Yeah, I know. I'd have to run over and touch him.
I got it. I don't have to do anything else.
You gotta take care of the eyeball. It's actually afraid of you.
It'll be afraid of me. I don't have to concentrate. I basically just said, bitch, I'm a cleric. And it's like, oh shit.
Do any of you buggers
Jeez,
have
it's the
magic
cops,
that can
you know?
make me closer to it? Make it die?
Make your choice quick, Zangulus.
I'm gonna just shoot at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carrick did have the ability to do so.
Yeah, I do
29.
not right now.
29.
29 definitely hits.
For 12 damage.
All right. You
Second.
peek out, take aim, sink another arrow into it, annoyed that it seems to have reformed from all of
Yes.
the work that you put into it before.
But it did sink into it this time, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it sunk into it this time. Whatever slowed it down last time doesn't seem to be slowing them down anymore. It's back to where you were. You're back to form.
And 24.
That'll hit.
For 11 damage.
All right.
And I will re-hide or retake cover.
All right, you take cover now behind the pillar. Are you staying a ways back?
Oh yeah, I'm
Or-
still staying away from it, especially if it's still pulsing.
No, it's not anymore. That
Then I'll
faded
get-
when it
I
discharged.
will. Yeah, I'll get up next to it again then,
Okay.
and use it better for cover.
All right. So with that, this thing turns all of the eyes down towards you, Garrett, wide, and it seems to be shaking. It floats as far away from you as it can in the air, just keeping those eyes on you while shaking. However, two of them turn and look down. That would be either towards... So they both look towards you, Carrick.
Uh-oh.
And Flint, I need you to make another Constitution saving throw for me.
Remember, you have the D4.
Okay. Dice and a D4. Okay. Good. 14.
You watch as that secondary form of Flint pulls a bit out of his body again and shifts back in. Flint, you take 4 points of necrotic.
Ooh.
And I want you to make a perception check, Flint.
No. 13, 17.
You do catch it as that secondary form of you shifts and you feel that pull from the center of you. You watch as almost a part of where your hand was gets pulled inwards towards the top of whatever that thing is that you pulled off the top of the dais. It's like it pulled a piece of you in with it to some
Oh,
degree.
guys, this thing's sucking me in.
Then blow it up. Ow! Smash it with your axe.
Hold on. I've just got to go back to that and double check. Right, it's going to be
Because I
using
smashed it before I pulled it off.
that and that.
I don't feel too good, guys.
I need 2 Constitution saving throws off of you, Carrick.
2? Oh,
2.
Two eyes looking at you.
2.
so not 20 on the first one,
Okay.
and 19 on the other one.
Damn.
So that went way better than I thought it would.
Yeah, you got lucky.
I have 0 in con.
As the gray, sickly colored beam hits you, you don't even really feel the effects. Like, you feel a twinge in your muscles, but you push through it just in time to see a dark, smoky black beam go rocketing towards you. It hits you, and you push against the cold and the drain that's affecting you. However, it still does damage.
That's bad.
Just get about to, hold on, I need my dice bag for this because I don't have enough of this dice type.
Wow. Didn't bring enough dice.
No, I brought enough. I just didn't have them out. Right, so this is gonna do. Ooh.
Well, I'm just gonna go
Does-
and roll a new character.
27 points of damage.
I am dead.
So I halved it.
You're not half.
As
Oh, it,
no, 27 is halved. It was 54.
Oh.
yeah, then I'm dead.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. As you watch this dark beam slam into him, he pushes through it, and then you watch as the light fades from Carrick's eyes a little bit. His eyes flutter, slumps down to the ground, collapses, barely breathing. So you're unconscious.
Oh no.
Damn it. Really wanted you to use Shatter.
I was going to.
You got the webcams over the back overlay.
Oh, I have it over the back overlay?
You can't see no red pulsing.
Oh, hold on. There we go. And now the character image rotation's freaking out.
It's always something.
Why is that freaking out now?
It's freaking out.
Oh my goodness.
Like it's going 5,000 miles an hour.
Refresh it, maybe.
Wait, everything's kind of off. What? Is the back overlay too low?
Shouldn't be.
Because I can see a little line of red pulsy at the bottom of his image.
Yeah, bottom of his image, but not on his scroll.
Oh yeah. You're right.
Hold on. Skill to
It's
fit.
best by
There, that
putting
might
on
fix it.
character sheet. Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen.
There.
There was something difficult.
So that should hopefully fix it. Apologies, everyone. So you watch as Carrick slumps to the ground,
There you
eyes
go.
flutter, falls to unconsciousness. And with that dark moment, the DM needs to really use the bathroom, so we're gonna take our break here.
Alrighty.
Eh?
Break time.
Break time as Carrick fell unconscious. We'll find out if you make your first death saving throw after a word from these sponsors. None. I don't have any sponsors for the show yet. Please sponsor me.
I'll be right back again then.
Again.
do, 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 do. Do, do, do.
All right.
Just looking back through the chat here. Not the Twitch chat, the other chat.
Oh.
Who farted? Jesus.
We're a
Since they're
classy
not at the
bunch.
since you're not at the same table, that would be the stuff that you could lean and whisper to each other. Instead, it's in that form. God damn it.
So, Grakees, for my next character, I was thinking a Kenku who communicates only
So
through
close.
air horn noises.
Oh. Please, no.
Communicates in what?
He communicates exclusively through air horn noises.
So we're going to be adding a new cast member instead of Lamb Mower.
Oh, and his ultimate quest, he wants to find the true meaning of Christmas.
Will it be called Vuvuzaloid? Lord? Vuvuzela? What was
I must find the true meaning of Christmas.
No.
Except in air horn.
No, I'm overruling this. He's looking for the great air horn. It shows up every fall in a patch of air horns.
Sounds good.
We will work on this character, and it will be a one-shot. It will not be streamed, and it will only be you playing, and I'm going to have you muted, and I'm just going to watch videos of MST3K during the whole thing.
I've not had a chance to watch the show. It's very sad.
Oh, it's wonderful.
Yeah, everyone says they like it, which I'm super excited about.
They have done so well with it.
Yeah.
There's a new MS3K show?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Netflix.
What rock?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I was watching the old series.
Yeah, it just came out like a couple days ago. They finally.
Oh, sweet.
It was on
I really need to
Kickstarter,
watch
I
it.
think, or GoFundMe, or one of those
was
for a while.
Yeah,
Kickstarter.
Kickstarter.
Yeah.
What came out?
MST3K, the new season.
Oh, Mr. Sanchez, yeah, sorry. Well, I haven't seen it, but
The new Bill Nye started yesterday?
Ooh, did it?
Yeah.
you know what?
Bill Nye, the science
Bill Nye
guy.
has a
Bill
new
Nye.
show. Yeah.
Also on Netflix.
That would have been
I still-
great on Twitch too.
Yeah,
Bill Nye should have a Twitch show.
he totally should. I'd watch the shit out of that.
Are you kidding me? I'd live in that chat. I'd befriend him.
Yeah. So,
I would not be surprised if after the Cosmos Marathon that they do a Bill Nye Marathon.
Bill,
Oh.
Bill.
That'd just be the Twitch chat every time the theme song.
Oh,
hits.
yeah.
It'd be
Oh, yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, everyone would have 4 bills with exclamation point, and it would just be spammed. Bill. Bill Nye this. Oh, the emotes. Think of the emotes.
Good emotes.
This has to happen now, Twitch. Make it happen. Get us.
Kappa with a bow tie.
Oh my god. Yes. Yes, Twitch, make this happen. This is a brilliant idea.
Please, Twitch.
Please, Twitch. We want some Bill Nye. Just a few more episodes.
Yeah, I haven't heard how his show is yet, but I can't imagine it's bad.
And then, of course, we're going to get Sagan. Hail Sagan!
Hail Sagan!
For science. Billions and billions of stars. It's so hard to do his voice. It's so specific.
Sagan's?
The cat is licking my chin.
Careful if it bites you.
Yeah. Your face is
This
delicious.
one's most lethal move is the fart.
Oh.
Until it bites you.
No.
You never know with a cat. I don't trust cats. I love cats. I just don't trust them.
We don't trust you.
Who's
I
Flint
don't.
talking to?
I don't
Milo's
trust the
not that
point.
tall.
Huh?
I said, who's Flint talking to? Milo's not that tall.
No, I was looking out the window. I can see the science march walking past.
Oh.
Oh,
Cool.
go Science March.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would do that, but I'm not allowed to do much walking right now.
No.
Oh,
Ooh. Hernias and walking are a bad thing.
Ooh. That's no good.
Yeah. They just want to monitor it for a
like
bit.
5 buses backed up on the street. This
Damn.
guy's gonna be pissed.
Well, we need science. We might be in a world of fantasy, but we still need science. Because science can figure out how to give us magic.
I mean, we've used science in the show before.
You did.
Like
To bust a lock.
Yeah. Exactly.
So much science.
Yeah. Even in D&D, they used science. They really did. They froze it with an ice breath on this lock because they couldn't get this box open and find out later that, hey, it could have been dispelled. But instead, they got innovative and they used heat metal to heat it, and then they froze it super rapidly. And hey, it's metal. And I'm like, you know what? Rule of cool. That was clever as fuck. That's science shit right there. We're going to shatter that lock. Because I'm the DM and I can allow things that are cool.
I was gonna say, the other thing they need to do is they need to have the new Cosmos being showed on Twitch
The new one with
And-
Neil deGrasse Tyson, yes.
because we need Black Science Man as an emote. And we also need the badass. You know,
Yeah.
the Black Science Man is.
Yes.
We got a badass over here. We need that
Yeah.
emote, yeah.
I mean, have they said they're only doing the original run of Cosmos, or are they
Mhm.
doing
Yeah.
To start.
Yeah, that's true. They never said there's anything.
They're both owned by Fox, so I don't imagine they'd give them just the original run.
Depends on what'll get them money.
Find out.
It's Fox.
But it's also owned by. It's not just Fox. It's owned by what's his name? The guy who owns who does Family Guy.
Oh, he did buy the rights. didn't
He owns it. He
Yeah.
Fox is
McFarlane?
just the publishing company. Yeah, McFarlane actually owns Cosmos.
Yes.
Oh, well done, Seth
Yeah.
MacFarlane. Jesus, nice.
Yeah, he completely funded the new version.
Well done. I applaud that. I didn't know he did that. That's
Yeah.
He also
that's
did.
huge
He also did
applause
all
for
the
him.
animations in there. The new one. It's his company that does all that. His animation. team did all
Nice,
those
well done.
animations.
There's a 97-year-old professor in the Science March.
That is awesome.
A Nobel Prize winning 97-year-old.
Jesus.
That is extra awesome. Well
Yeah,
done.
plays Eddie Fisher, 97, Professor Emeritus of Biochemistry at University of Washington, and Nobel Prize co-winner in 1992 for physiology or medicine.
That is
The
amazing.
other thing I was
That
going to
is
say
awesome.
is that in D&D, it is science. It's just Clark science, which is Arthur C. Clarke's famous quote, which was any advanced technology, sufficiently advanced technology, is indistinguishable from magic.
Yep. So how does fireball happen? It's actually just a super acceleration of the molecules in the air being controlled through some other means that we can't necessarily understand.
I like to think antimatter.
I'm a scientist.
Antimatter's a magic missile.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, because if it hits the air, it explodes. So I'm thinking like the fireball is simply just a contained antimatter particle that when it's released explodes.
Could be.
Yeah.
Could be. And now we're back on screen.
Yay.
No.
Yay.
And we're kicking off with Carrick, roll a death saving throw.
Do a barrel roll. Do a barrel roll.
7.
That's
Well,
one
that's
down.
not good.
Le fail.
So mark off one failure.
Now, how far away am I to Carrick?
You were up at the obelisk under the thing to scare it. Carrick is still back by the doorway. So it was 25 feet. 65 feet.
I can't get to him and heal him in my turn.
Nope. You could get close to him by dashing and using your whole turn to dash over that way.
I could probably heal in my turn.
Okay. Flint, drop the thing. I got you. And I am going to cast. I'm also going to walk towards the. Wait a second. Hold up. Reverse this. The thing went already?
Huh?
Grakees?
Yeah, it moved as far away from you as it could and shot rays of stuff down at Carrick, which dropped him to the ground.
Okay. I was gonna say because the thing about is that he can't use anything but dash. That's what the
They use separate actions with these things, their abilities.
okay.
It doesn't require action for this. The eyes work separate for those things. So it moved as far from you as it could, but the eyes work independent. That's why these things are so nasty, even for being undead.
Alrighty. So
Oh,
then
trust
walk
me,
up
I know. I was paying attention.
I walk up to Flint and because I can just walk back to Flint. I think walk back to Flint or hustle back to Flint. And I go, let it go! And I smack him really hard in the back. But he feels better because I cast a level 2 Cure Wounds on him.
Okay. How much do you heal him for?
Let's see. Cure Wounds.
It's 2d8 plus your modifier.
Plus my bitch, please heal. Let's get my d8s out.
Yeah, so for you, that's like 2d8 plus 5 plus 2, I think. Or no,
Actually,
2d8
next
plus
is
4 plus
that.
2 or something.
Yeah, it's like 2d8 plus
Wisdom
my
modifier plus
wisdom
your-
modifier, which is 3, plus the level of the spell, which is 2, plus my ability modifier, which is 3. So it's because the spell itself gives me wisdom modifier, and then my healing gets an additional wisdom modifier plus the level of the spell, plus a different bonus. So
I don't think it gets the wisdom modifier twice.
Let's see, it's down here. Protection. No, it's not there. I had it up here at one point. I had the.
I'm on
my
cleric
ability.
right now.
I'm on preserve life. Let's just go down to cleric.
Life domain.
It's life domain. I had it written down at some point. I guess it went away.
Blessed healer.
Disciple of life +2 plus the level spells level. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's what it is. It's 2 plus
so
the
it's-
spell, so it's a 4.
Yeah. +4. So I get 1d8.
2d8 plus 7, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, life healers can heal the fuck out of stuff.
So not much, but 11 because I rolled like shit.
I rolled like shit. It's still an 11 on a level 2 spell.
Yeah.
It should have been, if I'd have rolled decently, it would have been 17. I heal Flint's worth of damage when I do well.
So Flint, you healed for 11.
11.
Are you doing anything else, Garrett?
Hold on. Let me look that up real quick. So who's within 60 feet of me?
Within 60 feet of you?
Maybe everyone, since you're in the middle of the
At
room
the
now.
center, you're at the middle of the room. Yeah, basically everyone.
Everyone gets healed. Everyone. I'm the Oprah of heals. Mass healing word.
That's a bonus action too for you, isn't
It's a
it?
bonus action, so I can use it. Yep.
Yeah. You and that's a powerful spell too. Nice.
It's not that powerful. It's only 1d8 plus 1d4 plus spell captain, but it's 6 creatures within 60 feet.
Did Zangless take damage?
I have not taken any damage this fight.
No, he dodged
It's
out of the way of getting hit by something that would have done
Yeah.
a lot of damage.
Right. Raven hasn't gotten hit either, I don't think.
I
Nope.
got hit with like 4 damage of
Oh, yeah,
something.
yeah.
This will just get Carrick up so he's not a bitch. So 9 damage or 9 heals back. So
That's pretty good.
yeah,
So
well, I get
everybody
7 to my
gets
healing.
9.
Yeah. I rolled a 2 plus 9.
He lives.
I'm
Including
not
myself.
dying.
Everyone, including myself.
That's his turn.
You don't even have 9 hit points to heal.
I know. Was it 24? 22 though, so.
Right. So that was Garrett. Flint.
Well, I dropped the thing
Smash it.
first.
Smash it.
Clatters
Smash
to the
it.
ground.
Smash it.
Okay. I attack the thing with my axe and come and smash it.
Roll an attack roll.
This may be the last time I ever trust you, Garrett.
I'm not saying it's not going to hurt. I'm just saying we need to blow it up.
So that would be a 27.
27. You're gonna make solid contact with this thing. Go ahead
But
and
what does
roll
it mean?
damage.
Not a lot, actually. 8.
8 points of
Wait,
damage.
Wait. 9, sorry. 9.
All right. As you make contact with this thing, you see just sparks of this dark black energy go flying off of it. It dims the area around it with a slight odd white glow around. as those sparks fly off, they coalesce, start spinning around this thing, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you, Flint, and you, Garrett.
6.
Um, 25.
Flint, you feel the cold hit you and start to pull at you, but you're forcing yourself against it. You're getting used to whatever this is. However, you can feel a part of you sucked out as woof. You still take 11 points of damage.
Ouch.
However, this time, Garrett, for you are also getting hit by this effect. You see as a part of you another form, and being more of a spiritual man, you realize this is your soul is pulled forward from your body. You feel it's still tethered to the center. However, a part of it just gets pulled in towards whatever this object is. It's shearing off bits of your soul as it's reacting to being pulled off the dais and now being struck. You take really dice, you do that, and then you do being as holy as you are, you feel the protection of Seune come over you and keep most of your soul intact. You still take 3 points of damage. But whatever this is, it tried to rip your soul from your body.
Am I still smashing this?
Smash away. It's gonna hurt a lot. It's
We
gonna hurt.
can't like dispel magic or anything on it, right?
This is super powerful magic. If we dispelled, we didn't have the power to dispel the magic. It would bounce back and kill us.
Okay, next swing for 24.
It's gonna contact with it.
But 15.
All right.
We're gonna have a.
As the second contact slams down even harder, you see those same dark sparks fly off of it. They start to concentrate. You watch as the obelisks start to reverberate, this time on the second strike, as the burst of energy now goes out almost across the entire room. So Constitution saving throws from Garrett, Flint, Zangulus, and Raven.
That's a good idea.
18.
Do I sense a total party wipe in our future?
Probably.
Right now.
7.
18.
17.
Okay. Okay. And it was 18 for him. All right. Zangulus, you get struck by this new effect. You feel it start to tug at something inside you, pulling a piece out, but you're resisting. You're holding back, though it is still drawing a piece of you. And Raven, you almost fall fully victim to whatever this is, as it's trying to just pull you in completely. Garrett and Flint now getting used to this and knowing that it's still ripping at a piece of your soul. It's not pleasant, but you're still muscling through as much as you can. So, okay, 11 points of damage to Zangulus, Flint, and Garrett, and 12 points of damage to you three, and 24 to Raven.
Okay.
12 damage.
12 to each of you and 24 to Raven. I maxed
So
damage.
and Carrot goes down again.
No, Carrick wasn't affected. He was because he wasn't near the pillars, he was by the door. He was the one that was out of range of this effect. The only one.
Oh, we broke the damn thing, right? Smashed open.
No, you saw the sparks come off of it. It didn't break open though. Not on this one. There is a crack that has formed in it though. This last strike was hard, and you see a crack has moved up through this crystal-like structure that you were investigating before. Now you can see that it's more of a shaped crystal than just pure glass. The illusion is starting to show. So the 4 obelisks went off. That was Flint. Raven.
Well, first of all, ow. What is the creature doing? Is he just
He's
standing there?
now
floating
staring back over at Garrett. The other eyes are looking around the room at everyone. The main eye is wide with fear, but the other ones are starting to... They're starting to look kind of pissed off, but there's almost seep coming from them, like their tears of ooze are starting to drip out.
Alright, well, I'm gonna shoot at it.
All right.
That's what I do. 24.
That's gonna hit. And because you hit again, it didn't notice you, you get your sneak attack.
Yeah! $15 damage.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna hide.
Go ahead and roll yourself.
Am I at the... How far am I? I'm just gonna try to move away. Is there a farther obelisk from where Flint is doing his thing?
They're evenly spaced around the center, and Flint is basically at the center. Whatever this second effect was, it went off at the obelisk, though, where you were hiding. That's why you got hit. You saw the obelisk reverberate, and then this dark energy pulsed out of it with this second strike.
Okay. Gonna hide. Natural 1. So that becomes an 8.
Okay. Just double check. One of the eyes locks right onto you as that arrow sinks in. This time you kind of have fallen out weak from that last effect. You feel drained. Pulled away. Something was really wrong with whatever the hell it was that happened there. So you find yourself kind of on one knee looking up at it after you took that shot, took all your strength to get it, and one of its eyes is looking right back at you. Zengulus.
Great.
I run over to Carrick and heal his dumbass.
Okay.
I did nothing.
What do you
didn't
use him to heal him?
I'm gonna use a level 2 cure wounds.
Okay. So 2d8 plus your modifier. So wisdom for you, I think.
I'm very good. 9.
Alright, Carrick is healed for 9 points of damage there.
Whoa.
Need you to break that thing.
I'm not gonna promise anything.
Break it.
Shatter.
As the main eye looks down at you now, are you doing anything for a bonus action, Zengulus?
Nope.
Okay. The main eye is looking down at you with complete and total terror, Garrett. It is, whatever this thing is, terrified of you, making it back up even further, now pressed up against a wall. It actually turns one of its other eyes around, and you see that same sickly green beam blast into the wall and start to carve a hole about the size of its body out a few feet in as it pushes itself further back, trying to get away. However, one of the other eyes whips around, and let's see, it's still concealed, so, nope, this, it used that, so it can't do that. That's a reroll, because it's random as to who it is, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, buddy. It's not so bad. I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, Carrick.
Ooh. Oh.
God damn it.
Chose randomly.
Oh, not a 19. How about that?
Even though
It's probably
you're
probably
not
gonna
feeling great, this gray-white beam hits you again, and you feel your muscles start to tense, but you flex through it, just pushing yourself harder and harder to Now at this point, stay alive. All right, Carrick, you're up.
I'm gonna shatter on the hourglass.
You're gonna use shatter on it?
Yep.
Okay.
We're trying to break it open.
If that's
Nice
the
knowing you
idea,
guys.
if that's the idea we're going for, that's what's happening. This I
Can you
So
shut
sorry,
up,
folks.
please?
I mean,
What?
Garrett used his weapon on it, and it destroyed the weapon. So maybe it's resistant or immune to magical stuff? I don't know.
Maybe the glass daggers?
You have one, Flint. I think. I only have one of them.
What are you doing, Carrick?
shattering the hourglass.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
That's another 19.
I think your dice might be a little bit unbalanced. You might want to check
Dice
that
hack.
die.
Dice hack.
That's a lot of 19s for one die.
That is a lot of 19s.
I've rolled a lot of 19s today as well, though. Specifically 19, so...
Yeah, that's my third 19
It's a
in a
19
row.
kind of day.
I think I've rolled 4 19s so far.
He's
Yeah,
rolled a
you're
lot
lucky.
on that
I've
die in
rolled,
the
like-
past, though. Double check the
I've-
balance on it.
Yeah.
Always make sure to check your dice balance, everyone.
I've also rolled terribly, though.
Yeah. With that, you push through as you feel something resisting you casting the shatter on this object. However, as you push through it, you force the shatter to happen. Go ahead and roll your damage.
As 8 and that is 16.
You watch as this thing blows in half from that crack. It shatters apart. The dark green inside starting to move around in a larger cloud. You see that dark energy now pouring forth from the middle of it. Carrick, I want a Constitution saving throw from you.
God damn it. That was not a 19. That was a 5.
Oh no.
Okay.
Rip Carrick.
Good knowing you.
You will be remembered.
As
It was
Kind
not
of
good knowing
fondly.
Carrick. It wasn't good knowing Carrick. It was a pain
As-
in my ass.
a blast now rips through the room, centering off of Carrick's body.
Body.
Yeah. This is gonna be bad.
Yeah, thought so.
Oh, it's bad.
It's bad, okay?
Now I need Constitution saving throws from everyone else.
We're gonna have a bad time.
That was a
16.
1, so using my last point of luck.
Nope.
That's not good either.
6.
Yeah, 9.
Flint 3.
Okay.
Total party
But
kill.
if it's an area of effect, I half the damage.
Technically it
area of
is.
effect, or is it just focusing on us?
No, technically it's an area of effect one, so you can use your dodge ability on this.
Yes.
Dodge!
Uncannily.
Evade. Evade is area of effect, that's right.
So next
Uncanny
week we're
dodge
coming
is
back with
melee.
an entirely new cast of characters.
So Raven, you get half with this. Flint, you get half with this with your save. You two don't. Carrick, you take 68 points of damage, being it centered on you.
You exploded.
Totally dead.
Garrett and who else failed it? I think it was Zangulus.
I failed it with a 16.
I technically failed it.
Yeah, 16 failed it. You get half though.
Yeah.
So, all right. So each of you take 41 points of damage.
Oh.
So I'm dead too.
As am I.
So like
You're
dead,
half, so
dead,
you're
dead,
like
dead.
21.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not. I'm not dead.
Yeah, you're 21. And Flint, you're at 21 points of damage.
You said 41 points damage?
Yeah. I round up on halves.
Yeah, so I am exactly dead.
I am at 11.
You're unconscious then.
No, I'm dead. I'm half my hit points. Over half my hit points. Negative.
What is your total hit points above?
31.
You have to hit a negative 31.
Well,
Did not hit a
You
negative
didn't.
31.
In one blow. It wasn't.
okay.
What was my damage? 21, 12.
Carrick, on the other hand.
21.
probably did.
Let's see. I have to miss. What is like my total was like 45 health.
Mm-hmm. Minus. No, yeah, minus 45. It's minus 60. So
There's a
you're
lot
not-
of pulsing red on the screen.
And you had how much left?
He had 18.
You had 18. Yeah, you're not dead. You had 45.
I very closely died, but Carrick is still fine.
Wow.
Barely.
I mean,
You missed it
you're
by
not
like
fine.
5 hit points then. Yeah.
You're not
Dang.
fine.
You're alive. you're alive from instantaneous death. However, part of the effect of this was the failure of another death saving throw.
Oh.
So he has one saving throw left.
Yeah.
And the only person who can heal is Zangular.
Yes.
Yep.
Sanguinus!
What to do?
But-
to do? But
Butts.
Carrick, roll me 2d10.
Oh,
Percentage. Roll me a
Yeah,
percentage.
I was gonna say, you're going to get percentage on something.
I'm gonna have. Yeah, I'm finding my percentage die.
Yep.
No, that's a D20.
I used to have one of those. Look at this.
$37.
Okay. Good to know.
Damn you, Dungeon Master! Damn you! Damn you all to hell!
So that was Carrick's turn. Garrett,
I'm dead.
death saving throw.
17.
That's 1 plus. So you're good. You saved 1. Flint,
Yes.
what are you doing?
Well, the thing's popped open. Right?
Yep.
The IBC is
Off in the court. It's off on the wall. You can see it now, and pieces of bone are showing through. The thing looks like it was rended completely. It looks nasty now. It's barely intact. Whatever
It's
the
been
hell
affected
happened,
by whatever this was.
nice.
it does not look good. Its eyes are
Okay.
barely able to like stay up and focus on the room.
How high is it?
Still up near the ceiling, so 20 feet up, but
Okay,
it's
and I'm roughly how far away from him?
sloughed. So you're 60 feet.
Okay. I'll move to within 30 feet,
Okay.
and I will grab from my bag a javelin
Ooh.
and launch it at the eye monster.
Go ahead and roll an attack roll.
I don't know, you had javelins?
I do
He
have
does.
a javelin.
Doesn't use them often, but he
I've
does
got,
have them.
no, I prefer using my axes, but I had 3, now I have 2.
It's one of his
Two,
first
one.
pieces of equipment.
First one was a bad throw. That would be a 13.
Cracks off the wall. You miss the target. You're feeling drained. You can see now your skin is graying. Whatever happened here is horrifyingly nasty. It's pulling at you, but you just
Okay, well, I grab my last trusty javelin.
are you rage mode or no?
No.
Okay. Just checking.
Actually, I
when you
could
do
rage
damage.
before my last
He's-
throw.
Cool,
You can.
calm, and
It's a
collected
bonus
at
action.
this
It's,
point.
it's about time. for the frustration to build enough to enter an enraged state
I thought you'd rage the second you lost your beard.
and throw a nat 20.
Oh,
Damn.
an enraged.
If there was ever a time for a nat 20, okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
So that's real good. It was a reckless throw.
You also should roll a D4 because you're still blessed.
Nat 20 is gonna hit,
Yeah.
That's fine. It's fine.
and actually he's not because when you went unconscious, the spell.
It's not a concentration spell.
Oh, it isn't. Oh yeah, he's still
No.
blessed then by your god.
Yeah. I don't think it's a
So-
concentration spell.
Double the dice and then add your modifier.
Okay. So, D12.
Oh, it is a concentration spell. Yeah, so when I died, it was gone.
Your javelin's a D12.
Oh shit! No, it's not. I was looking at my thorax. Damn it. D6.
I was gonna say.
Okay.
That's a fucking beastie, goddamn.
Because it's probably good because I rolled a 12. Okay, so 10, 15, 17.
All right. To see that, you finally hit an enraged state, pissed off that that thing exploded, watching everyone drop around you. Be a badass, Flint.
So seeing the first, I was depressed. I was a depressed dwarf. My beard is gone. I was hurt and upset, and I tried to throw the javelin, the first javelin, missed completely, and it was too much. It was too much. So I grabbed the last javelin, and in an enraged state, I scraped the tip of the javelin down to get some of my blood on tip. So this is for Oscar, and hurl the javelin straight at the big fat eyeball machine thing.
As you loose that javelin with the blood on the tip, screaming, "This is for Oscar," you watch as that eye, that cataract nasty one, looks directly, catching it center, dead center, right through the eye. The javelin going all the way through, hard enough that it penetrates into the rock behind it that it had carved out. This thing now just pierced and left up there hanging like a trophy, speared into position. Its other eyes go dark and fall limp as you watch as bits of it just start to drip off into the ground, unmoving.
Gruesome. And ha ha ha! Victory!
Great. Good job, Flint. Zangulus, can you do the thing?
I need you guys to be a bit more excited about how I just skewered a.
I'm dead.
Very excited.
I run over to
dead.
Flint, throw my arms around his shoulders, and like kiss his bald head, like right in the middle of the forehead.
We're
Good
still
job,
in
little
combat
buddy.
action for this, so Zangulus, what are you doing?
Oh, is it my turn now?
Or Raven, it's your turn.
Yeah, I thought
Technically.
it was Raven's turn.
That's what I do. I can't heal anybody.
So you run over and give Flint a kiss on the forehead?
Yep.
Okay.
Maybe squish his cheeks. Good job.
Oh, okay, that's enough.
Bald cheeks.
Zangulus?
I don't want to have to save Carrot, but I might as well save Carrot.
You might want to start with Garrett, just
see.
because.
I probably have to start with Carrick, because if I don't, Garrett.
I only have one death saving throw left.
I know that's being meta, but he is right next to me.
Save. Well, if you save him, then he has to save me because then you
Yes.
don't have any more heals. So
How
he,
many?
That's my thought process right
But
now.
does Carrick have heals?
I can still heal.
I still have heals.
Okay.
14 health total. That was a level 2.
No, it's good. So
My
he gets.
last level 2 though.
Yeah, he starts at 0 and goes to 14 then.
Oh no, I still got one more level 2. Sorry.
All right. How much did he heal for?
That was 14 total.
Carrick, you heal up 14 hit points. You come back to consciousness from the ground.
Go heal Garrett.
Oh.
I'm complaining. Heal Garrett.
I can imagine this is like a TV show. He's like, and then just Zangulus look at him. Go heal Garrett.
Yeah.
What? Go heal Garrett.
Go heal
Stop
Garrett.
being lazy. Get off your butt.
I just laying there, just turn over, just point at Garrett's and healing word him.
What do you say to bring healing words to him from there?
Get the fuck up.
From the darkness of unconsciousness, Garrett, you just hear these words of rocks in your head. Get the fuck up. And
It sounds
he
like
heals
it
for
sounds
how
like
much?
just rocks that are clambering together, like a landslide that just echoes into "Get the fuck up."
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, get the fuck up. Well, what?
How much did he heal for?
I healed for 8.
I am at 8.
Because that was a level 1, because I do not have any more level 2s.
Yeah, we're good.
I did the same. Did we win?
We won.
Did who killed it?
Flint.
Flint killed it. Good.
He got the last blow.
That
You,
question should go
looking
to-
around, you see it just speared to that little hole it had dug out for itself with a javelin straight through the center of it as it decays quite quickly around the javelin sloughing off. But it is that javelin is all the way through to the stone because the hole it made hitting it was more like some sort of magical force rather than just a javelin slammed into it.
Yeah. I look at Garrett's face, bemused face, go.
What?
All right. As you get back up, Garrett, awake, we're leaving combat action.
yeah,
I had to check it.
Mm.
Okay.
8 for Garrett.
Okay, check and see if we've saved our death saving throws kind of thing.
Yeah, I was seeing what order you did that in because if Carrick hadn't been brought up, he could have failed the death saving throw. It could have killed
Yeah.
him. So
That's
I had to.
why-
Yeah.
Damn it, Zanglers, you had one job.
This was our chance.
Well, do I look around the room. Does it feel lighter or like less oppressive or anything like that? Or did we just accomplish the equivalent of a wank off? Yeah, in the middle of nowhere.
Go ahead and roll me a perception. Just to get a general perception of the area.
16.
Okay. It feels heavier.
Heavier.
Heavier and concentrated. And as you're trying to get a sense of the area, you look around and you notice that darkness start to form up right over where this hourglass-shaped item was.
Oh, you've
You
got to
see
be fucking
debris
kidding me.
swirling around it as a form, a figure starts to rise up from the ground. You see in that green smoke, this screaming, tortured faces. Not able to get a distinct figure, but you can pick out elf, dwarf, halfling, gnome, male, female. The general shapes are there. As the dark, towering figure comes further up, you watch as 2 eyes open up in the middle of the black. Oh, it's been so long since I've been able to breathe the air. Forgive me. Let me get my bangs. You see the almost like the posture change as the dark starts to fade away into a long, almost gossamer spider-webbed gown trailing to the floor and behind as A pale white figure moves through, grayed skin, almost blue in color. 7 feet tall, thin, hair pulled back with streaks of white around the side, dark black, blacker than the night sky. It almost seems to pull light away from it. The eyes are without their whites, and the pupils are a almost thin golden ring before moving back into the dark. So it's a solid black, inky, with a gold ring in the center. They look around the room. So, to whom do I owe my freedom?
I point at Garrett.
I point at Carrick.
I step forward and we were trying to clear this place of the oppressive evil that exists. Did not know if we cleared it or we released it.
Of evil. What do you speak of? Evil.
Evil?
Can I insight check it?
Sure.
The trap
What are you
spirits of all the
inciting for?
people of this village.
I want to see if it, whatever, is like playing coy with us or
Okay.
genuinely interested. Natural 1, so that becomes a 2.
Whatever she or it is so beyond you and your capability of reading. You're drained, you're exhausted. You can't get any kind of read off of whatever the situation is. So the most you can feel is whatever is happening is at face value.
Look, something trapped the souls of the bloody villagers around there, and we're trying to free them. Is that your doing, or like, are you gonna help us free them?
Bastador? Trapped?
Not so much Fastidor, but the temples nearby. We are in a
Sleep.
cemetery. Let me guess, it's been 1,000 years.
Been... I don't
Rending?
know. Yes, we were just in the middle of some sort of battle between the gods.
Yeah, it was the rending. It was 1,000 years ago.
It was 1,000 years. Long bloody time it what it was. I guess been trapped in that bauble.
I was here, I was working. There was ways we could save everyone. Their wars, their fights. They came down here. Hurt all of us. They needed to be stopped.
Well, whatever you did, ruined the entire temple district for 1,000 years.
Nothing I did could have ruined it.
Their souls were trapped in there with you. An inky darkness has controlled this place.
They were trapped in there with me, then it must be an effect of whatever trapped me.
Was this what you were working on?
I wasn't working on anything that would have trapped. Not us mortals.
Can I ask a question?
Don't look very mortal.
Who are you?
I was going to ask that next question. We have no idea your name.
You didn't offer yours, but you did free me. Agatha.
Agatha. Write this down.
I'm Raven. Hi. Now we're even.
Garrett, Danya. Cleric of Sayune.
Cleric.
Yes.
You hear a hiss sort of form and she kind of steps back a little bit at the mention of Sayune.
See, that is what I was worried about.
Worried about what?
You seem very off-put about religion and gods.
You mean the ones that killed thousands upon thousands, rivers running with blood, all because of them?
Ago. 1,000 years ago.
To
Of
me,
course,
it was
the gods are bad and dangerous, but they're not all trying to kill us. Just because there's some problems that happen, they happen. The issue is not this. The issue is whatever has happened that you were doing has destroyed the Temple District. All of the good works that the people were doing there are gone. Thousands of people have been hurt by this. This entire area, this cemetery, has become tainted and disfiguring. Anyone who comes near it gets hurt or dies.
Tainted? She looks over at the wall and sees now the creature that is hanging there, decaying, looks and kind of steps back.
Gods are not your enemy.
Undeath is an abomination as well.
That's
Trying
the
to
problem.
circumvent everything.
I killed it.
He did. He killed it.
Killed it again.
That is
all
fleet.
of
My
you.
bloody beard somehow, but I killed it.
Yes, he lost his beard freeing you. You owe him that. A dwarf without his beard is no dwarf.
Don't remind me.
We'll get your beard back, my
I'm just a short person now.
friend. You're just like me. I
You're not
slapped
the
him in
shortest person, though.
Hey, let's not go too far.
Attack. That is quite a sacrifice for a dwarf. You and I, small one, we can debate religion later.
I came down here because Sayune commanded me to.
They all command everyone to do a lot of things.
I just want
She said that we would do good deeds. We needed to free the peoples.
let's.
You included.
You included.
I just want to save the bloody people. Let's not make my beard die in vain.
That is what we were
Save
here
the
for.
bloody people.
To save them.
For you, I can do something. If it's still intact. Some of this has changed. Dwarf, you do look like a strong one. Can you help me with this center platform here?
Aye, I'll give you a hand.
She moves around to one side of the dais. You see her reaching under, looking for a spot. Pushes in, you hear a slight grinding, and the top shifts upward a little bit, but then sticks in place. It's 1,000 years, like you said. I was afraid of this. Help me lift.
Well, I'll grab it. There you go.
I'll just say, between the two of you, it doesn't take much, and you watch as it shifts upwards. Instead of sliding off or lifting off like you would expect for what is essentially a tomb, it lifts up with 4 risers into some sort of wooden mechanism with crystals and gearworks throughout it. Different levers, symbology that, even with you looking at it, Carrick, would take much, much longer to understand. She deftly, though, reaches through, pulling different levers, twisting different dials, and touching different stones. And you
Are
watch.
You a mage? You a magic user? Makes
Yes.
sense. You built the portals we went through.
Well, not just me. It's a lot of work to do something like that. There's a network that we use to move different fighters around the world. It's no small task. Trying to save everybody? You need to move quickly. My laboratory will open back up with this. And you watch as the walls start to shift and peel apart, almost as if the blocks on them start to move and draw back like a curtain. The room then opens up into a space that it seems to extend for miles in each direction, with shelves of library books in one pathway. Another, it appears to have shelf on shelf of different glass vials, different liquids and compounds. Behind her now is a large workstation area that appears if it could have fit dozens of people at one point. Books still left open. Some objects knocked over or spilled to the ground. She looks around. It's a mess. No one here. Said 1,000 years. Though some of them could have survived. Dwarf, hold on. This one's simple. Come with me. Come with me.
Go with her.
Right? Character needs to roll for kip up.
Or kept up? Why?
Because he wants to be fancy.
He's still lying on the ground.
You could get up.
Acrobatics.
Yeah, but he's kipping up because he's
Acrobatics.
acrobatic. 17.
Ow! You almost died. You're exhausted a bit. It didn't go so well.
Yeah.
You kind of like got your feet on the ground and sort of flopped back.
Slowly crawl up.
I will help him up.
Zangus, what are you doing?
It's embarrassing.
Flint, as you see her walk now to one of the tables with a bunch of different chemical compounds and books on it, you see her, she's going through them. This one. Gotta keep busy, something to do. And you, looking up at her, Flint, now see there's... Though her eyes are very imposing and her features are odd, you notice there's an obvious sadness now. And you can see tears just starting to run down one cheek, though she's trying to keep her face turned away and hide it. Just flipping through a book quickly. Yeah, it's a matter of seconds.
You're right there, lass.
We've all suffered much. It's just a shock. Be fine. Wait, I've got something for you. Starts pulling items off the shelf, pouring them into a small colander. Moves that in, puts her hand underneath, and you see it light up with a hot white flame as she just, with her other hand, reaches out, and you see a spoon move through the air, and she starts to stir without even touching it. As she stirs in there, she quickly then casts something, you don't know what it is, into the colander, and you watch as it turns a deep violet in color. Takes a glass vial, pours it in, and hands it over to you, Flint, just kind of looking out of the corner of her eye a little bit, keeping her head somewhat turned from you. Drink it.
Drink it.
Drink it.
Alrighty.
Roll me a
Flint will
Constitution
trust
saving
any
throw.
strangers.
Oh. What?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's nasty. 15.
All right. As it goes down, it doesn't go down easy. And it starts to mess with your system a little bit, and you kind of double over cramping in pain. As you fall to the floor, she might be out of practice.
What did you give him?
Apology. You'll see in just a moment. As you feel every bit of hair come back out of your face once more, Flint, as the beard extends out and keeps growing. However, the hair on your arms, legs, and head also starts to grow and extend.
Oh no!
Making you just a little bit hairier than you would normally be, and by a little bit I mean a whole lot. I kind of overshot the growth and not forgot to target the location. Out of practice.
It's a baby Sasquatch.
I'm like,
You've become cousin Thing.
Yes.
Not quite that bad. More like it hangs off of his arm by, about what, fringe jackets and stuff, like deer with the fringes. Your hair hangs like that. So it's a bit extra. That's a little unsightly, but your beard is back to how it was.
well, at least I got my beard back. Thank you, miss.
We can give you trims regularly.
Just one time would it's a one-time thing. Doesn't keep I think it doesn't keep happening. I hope it doesn't keep happening. But it's better you have your beard. You did seem upset by it.
Dwarf that beard ain't no dwarf. But I can't imagine what you're going through. 1,000 years to wake up to this. It's a bit shitty.
I didn't know how long it was. It was... I was conscious. My thoughts were there. But I didn't have any concept of time.
Well, time's a bit messed up around here.
Took everything to not go mad. Believe me, that much alone time. With yourself, you will go mad. Anyone would.
You're in there with all the other spirits?
Well, right now, I just want to go back to a nice warm tavern, get a nice cold beer, a nice dancing chicken, and that's all I want.
Dancing. Things have changed.
No, it's complicated.
I think we've got more pressing issues right now.
You remind me of my friends. Exuberant youth.
Who's cute?
What?
Exuberant youth.
Oh, I thought you said you were cute. I'm like, I'm down. Let's do this. But no, it's okay. It's totally.
You have a personality about you.
Now, about saving everyone who was trapped.
As I said, I know nothing of traps.
How about we
Not
take you
for
to the
mortals.
place, or you can help us figure out what the corruption is that taints this place. The one thing that I
can
don't know
try.
is that when you try to actively kill gods, including good gods, the darker gods are more willing to help you. So if you remove the presence of a good deity, you leave it open for the bad deity to come in.
You think I was a fool?
No, I think you were trapped, and you removed a lot of blessings.
The good ones were not the first targets. Of course, the ones that are evil, though they good evil. What definitions to that are there?
Actively trying to kill others.
All right, well, we don't necessarily...
What about a soldier in war hunting his enemy?
It's his job.
He's actively trying to kill others.
Doesn't want to do it.
How about if we work on fixing the situation instead of arguing with one another?
Garrett just gonna go come off in the sit in the corner a little bit. He's like, all right, okay.
It'll be fine. Now, I don't know that whatever happened here was because of you or something else. Maybe you were just unlucky and got wrapped up in the whole situation too, but we need to work on fixing it. All of us.
She kind of narrows her eyes, looking at all of you. You can see them judging, weighing. There's a gratefulness for the being free. But she's looking at you suspiciously as well.
Her suspiciously.
What area is it that you say is trapped?
Place.
Where?
Just go outside and look around.
Yeah.
If you can see it, everything in it's trapped.
Well, I'll see it then. She pulls her hand over to the side and you watch a stone come over to it. As she turns around towards the working area, you see her clear off a space and set the stone down. Prepares a bunch of symbols around it. Each of you link arms with one another. And since you asked to see it, you, Wood Elf, you didn't introduce yourself as far as I remember. I didn't catch it.
But I didn't introduce myself.
Then Wood Elf it is.
Fine.
My hand. Take it. The rest of you link up one by one and join with Zangulus.
How do you know your name? That's my question.
I will take her hand.
Magic.
Okay. I grab Zangulus's hand.
I'll take Garrett's.
I'll take Raven's.
I'll just grab whatever's free.
Hopefully a hand.
Wangulus.
As everybody locks hands, Zangulus, you to hers, your vision all of a sudden pulls back. You see the room from above. It expands onward and onward and onward, and you can see your bodies down below. It pulls back even further. Now you're up in the air looking down at this place, and it pulls back one more time. And you're surveying what is a beautiful sunlit day. The whole area is well kept. Grasses are growing. You can see people walking through here. There's music playing off in the distance. As you can see a procession moving through with a band playing. Mourners are some crying, some celebrating here.
Well, this is different.
No oppressive feel, nothing's twisted or dark. As there's a pull and a snap, you find yourself moving forward. Where the temples were initially, when you came in, instead is just one large temple in that area. And you can see the symbols of all 6 gods arced across it as people are moving in and out of this region. Your vision snaps again, and it comes to a busy port. You watch as this is very much the port you remember first coming to Garrett and Flint. The buildings are taller now. Something did seem off when you first got here, but you weren't paying attention to it. You weren't placing your finger on it. You had just gone through the situation with the crocodile. You'd been harried and drunk the first time through here, but you can see it now. Having been there, the buildings are taller. Their construction, it's slightly different. Bits of the old are mixed in with newer, sort of like the modern constructions in Tem. The 2 styles being merged, but the streets busy, vibrant, the energy bright. Your vision snaps one more time, and then it returns back to your body in the room. She looks at all of you. Town's different. They still have a temple.
Oh,
That was
what the hell's going on?
that was a lot different. Everything was different from even when we came in.
What did it look like when you came in?
Old.
No, when we first showed up, there was an illusion, or we were told there was an illusion. Remember?
Yeah.
No. Even the town
Yeah.
was different. It's different now. There was something that was, if you mentioned that people were killing themselves, and if you mentioned that people were killing themselves, but something was making them kill themselves, then you would be killed yourself.
Like you would kill yourself later.
Yes. Commit suicide, forcibly commit suicide. And so we went out to try to figure out what's going on. We went to the temple district. We talked with a bunch of people there. They said that there was something going on in the cemetery. So we went to the cemetery. We came back from the cemetery and found out the cemetery, the temples were an illusion. Talked to people, to some of the ghosts, the spirits there, that there was a nasty black thing that was attacking the temples. So we went back in to find and kill the person who caused it. I think they said that it was you who caused it.
Me?
They said kill her.
We don't know that it was her. It could have been another her. Obviously, I doubt she was controlling that eye thing.
I had no control over that abomination.
Or all of the monsters.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mess with undeath.
Well, there's been plenty of it here.
More than enough for a lifetime.
Not my forte.
I've known clerics who have spent their entire lives hunting the undead and did not meet this many undead. You had a lot of
Well.
undead.
Yeah. Still do.
From what I saw, the world's different. I need to research what happened.
Whatever you just showed us was nothing like anything we've seen before.
As I said, need to research this world. Thank you. I'll tell you what. You can have a go at one of my private stocks. As a thanks. I have plenty. But I'll need some to continue to look into what happened. If it's anything like the world before, travel's expensive. So is
One of your private what?
my private stocks.
Of what?
Money.
Money, weapons caches. I have several vaults here.
Oh,
Well, we could
How-
use that.
yes.
Now, are you?
What were you thinking just
Ken?
then, Raven?
What?
What were you thinking just then when she said several
At first, I
vaults?
thought she said private stock or private socks, and then I was thinking about all the loot I could carry away.
Okay. You watch her eyes narrow and just look down at you. She's keeping a very close eye on you at this moment. She just leans forward, and she is tall, thin, but as she stretches forward, she just kind of puts her fingers under your chin, and you hear a voice in your head. Don't even think about it.
Think about what?
Say that out loud.
Yes, because I'm not familiar with these ways. And
You
I
just hear
kind of-
Raven, you just watch her lean forward and put her fingers under Raven's chin, and you hear Raven say, think about what?
Raven, are you okay?
Yep.
You just spoke randomly for no reason.
Oh, did I? Sorry, I was thinking about something else.
Anyways, you are from Tem, right? Asking
Tem?
the lady. Iskermir, Tem, countries. What country are you from?
Wherever she's from probably didn't exist.
Probably.
It probably doesn't exist now.
What are you, by the way?
Rude.
Myself?
No, race. You don't look like anything I've seen before.
Not exactly from this plane.
Ah. Okay. Well, we thank you for your offer. I think all of us will take a look and see if we can take anything.
Not
But,
anything. Would it be okay if a specific stock was offered as compensation for freeing me? Is that acceptable to all of you?
Sure.
On each?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking you were going
One.
to give us a one each. If that's okay.
One.
One only? Okay.
One.
Trust
each.
me.
Nope, nope.
What I
I'm
can
right.
tell, one should be sufficient.
Well, Flint has his axe. Let's see if we can get Zangulus a good bow. Well, actually, you have a good bow, don't you, Zangulus? I bought you one.
Yes, you did. It's a very
I
nice-
mean, I kind of want a bow. I've been trying to replace this. Holding
Shut
the
up,
crossbow.
Rocks.
I.
All right, Rocks. Let's see what you can get you something. I could use
I'm
something
not-
magical, but
I'm never smashing any hourglasses again.
please don't smash any more hourglasses.
It wasn't
So-
my idea, so
No, it was a good idea. We did
The
a good job.
bickering!
It's just
It ends. I have work to be
Okay.
done now. I have lost time.
Yeah, 1,000 years.
well, Agatha. Have a good day. We're going to see what we can get. Which way is your stocks? Just around here?
She reaches over towards the table, moves a piece of wood aside, and you see a stone there. She shifts it and adjusts it, then presses it in just below you as the floor drops out and you go careening straight down.
Why?
Fucking.
As you fall, you watch as the spiral starts picking up around you again, and you find yourselves tumbling to the ground. The portal now behind you, open. However, this room that you go into, Raven, this is like the best dream you've ever had. There are multiple chest options here. There's walls that are filled with different glass vials, though some have been broken over time, so it might take a bit to find things that are still functional. Some of the weapons have been cracked and have shattered on their edges, but there are still some that are functional. The coin catches your eye the most.
I sink to my knees and just like,
Maybe we should tie her up. Just for now.
Yeah. You're probably right.
guys.
You can only take one. You cannot take any of these.
I know.
No,
I heard
you
what
don't
she
know.
said.
You're going to die. She
have
will murder
ears.
you. She will murder you.
I don't know. Maybe
No.
No, she will murder you.
maybe just this once.
I will let her murder you.
Why?
Because you're doing
That's
exactly
not a
what you
cleric
should
thing to do.
You literally
Sayune!
just... Dude, Sayune doesn't want you to steal from people either.
She doesn't want you to let people die.
Don't be unbeautiful. Do not be unbeautiful.
Don't be a dick.
Just tie her up.
Just tie her up.
I do not submit to this.
I do not care.
You hear a voice echo, now inside all of your heads. I said one vault. Take what you
wait,
need
we get
from
the whole vault?
here.
Whoa.
What?
We get everything.
Everything here.
If it's functional and you want it, it's yours.
I pass out.
All right, quickly, everybody loot everything before she gets to touch anything.
Loot everything.
Where's the bag?
Where's the? Yeah, I pull out the bag from Raven's passed out body and hand it to Zankulus. Just put everything in here.
I have a little search for any weapons or
We can switch later. We can just take everything.
any nice steel toe cap boots, maybe. Nice animal fur cloak.
We have enough time to do it. Okay, everyone roll an investigation. Raven, you roll last because you passed out. And tell me what
I
you're
rolled a
looking
20.
for.
16.
I rolled
You got a nat 20?
I did.
Okay.
The only 20 I've rolled today.
I got 14.
Okay.
I got 17.
I got a 9.
Raven?
Modified 20.
Okay.
I'm a passed out person.
So,
my
Flint, you were looking for weapons.
maybe one specific type of weapon while looking for the weapons.
Maybe an
What
axe?
specific type of weapon are you looking for?
Maybe
Yeah.
a specific weapon.
A specific instance of a specific
Okay.
type of a specific sort of weapon
Okay.
that looks like a hammer.
A hammer?
There is a warhammer here that hasn't been shattered. Looking it over, it doesn't seem familiar,
Okay.
but it does have etchings on the handle. There are some sort of etchings on the handle of this warhammer. It's beautifully made. Good weight, good balance. It's a nice weapon.
I look over your shoulder. You should probably get that. That
Could-
looks magical.
Could one-hand it.
Yeah. All I then need is a shield.
There are also a pair of fur boots off in the
Fur
corner
Looking
that
down my tattered leather thing.
they look okay. I mean, with a little stretching, they could fit. Look pretty nice.
Nice. I'll take it.
Let me just double check. Okay. Yep. Zangulus, you are digging through the pile and looking through different cupboards and shelves in this area, looking for something salvageable. You find a box on one of the shelves and opening it up. Oh, this is gonna come in handy. Close it back up. Inside, it's gonna take you a little while. You're not fully familiar, but you're familiar enough with the color and style of it. There are a dozen healing potions of some kind inside.
I think I found something useful.
Over on the other shelf, you find there is a potion of some sort of thick amber liquid that has streaks of yellow that flash through it. And then underneath a pile of armor off in a corner, there is a beautifully made, intricate quiver of some kind.
It's a much nicer quiver than what I have.
It's got scenes of hunting etched in it. The leather is almost made to perfection, and within you can see intricately designed and carved symbology throughout the quiver. That was what you got with that. Carrick, what was it you rolled again?
17.
Okay.
I'm specifically looking for, first of all, replacement clothes, and second, I'm looking for possibly armor, and maybe if they have any fancy rapiers.
Digging through the piles, you don't find any rapiers of any kind, which you specifically would go for. However, there's a nice velvet tunic and pant set that seems to shift depending on what angle in the light you look at it. Whatever this is, it draws the eye in a very unusual way. With a cloak that seems to match to it.
Carrick just starts getting naked.
What are you doing, weirdo?
I found clothes.
Okay.
Look away.
Garrett, what were you looking for?
Garrett.
Oh, I was looking specifically for armor or shield, something that could help me. Possibly magical, something that's really better built than I currently have.
Okay.
Stop him dying so much.
Huh?
Digging through, you don't find any armor. You don't see any shields that haven't been dented, bent out, or cracked, or shattered. The only weapon types are the ones that you use. You notice Flint found some sort of warhammer that looks like it's designed for one-handed use. That looked really nice. However, oddly enough, in this room of everything, there's a book. There's tons of stuff all through here, but there's a book. It's old leather, it's worn down, and it doesn't have any titling on it, nothing on the binding.
Pick the book up and flip it open.
What languages do you read?
Halfling and common.
You don't recognize the language.
Do I recognize what kind of language it is?
Go ahead and just roll me a straight intelligence check to see if you might have ever even come across something like this.
Nope. 5.
You have no clue. This doesn't look like any language you've ever seen.
I'll pocket it for now and see what I can do. Is that anything I found? Nothing else?
Yeah, that's the main thing you found because you spent your time digging through. Raven, go ahead and roll me percentage.
Hmm.
He doesn't wake up.
Oh no, she's awake.
Oh, okay.
44.
44. Okay. Digging through, you find 440 plat.
Oh.
Now roll me
Okay.
percentage dice again.
400.
You're drawn immediately to the chests of coin, and you're just like, oh god, this is platinum, and you just start scooping.
22.
Okay.
How many plat?
440.
440.
Yeah.
More platinum than we could ever use.
Yeah. Well.
No, it's only a
As
times 10. It's like 4,400 gold.
4,400 gold. Yeah, everything's much more expensive in Euro, isn't it? Forgot.
Well, I mean, like, drinks are gold, and yeah. Because it's easier than using silver and copper. That's just a pain in the ass. So it's like, a gold is $1, basically. Digging through now and opening up the other chests, you go and just rip the bag away from Garrett again. Just pull it back over to the chest.
Give me.
Upend it and dump it. And as it's going, your natural eye and capability for counting counts. I have to do math on this real quick. I actually need a calculator. So you rolled a 22, you said?
Yep.
Okay. It's 9,912 gold pieces.
Jeez.
Holy crap. Guys, we could buy a house.
We could buy a freaking castle for that much money.
Yeah.
Let's buy a boat. Boats are very useful.
Last boat got sucked into nothingness.
Yeah, that's the reason why we don't put a bag of holding as our cargo hold.
Yeah. So,
So you took time doing that and scooping
Okay.
all of that gold as quickly as you could, because when you look over your shoulder, you notice that the size of the portal where you fell through is growing and shifting towards all of you at this point.
oh god, shovel faster.
Of
Guys,
course.
fill your pockets.
I start shoveling money.
I just take as much as I can and put it away.
Actually, can I make a final investigation to see
I
if I
just
can
shake
find
my-
just anything that might have missed?
Okay, one more. Last second, disadvantage.
Come on. Ooh, well. So 15 plus 1, so 16.
You don't see anything as the portal now moves up to all of you as you try to back away and grab whatever you can off the shelves. Just random grabbing, throwing into the bag.
I'm not grabbing anything.
I am.
Okay. Grabbing
anything
randomly and tossing into the bag.
If it's shiny, it's going in the bag.
Mhm.
I don't need shiny. I need furry or sharp.
We have so
Well,
much money we could buy you.
You found the
every fur
hammer
in-
and you found the boots.
Yeah, I got my stuff.
So
I'm good.
make sure everyone
you
wrote
should-
down those random mystery items that you've gotten.
Book of weird shit.
12 healing potions, 1 amber yellow potion, 1 quiver.
So
1 boots, 1 myrrh.
make sure you've tracked it all.
Weirdly chromatic velvet clothes.
As the portal catches up to you, you found yourselves thrown outwards into a sunlit day.
Sun,
Where are we?
Oh God, it's so bright. Where did this come from?
praise the sun.
Oh,
You
right,
find
the sun.
yourselves at the docks. The salty sea air in your face.
Oh.
The street's busy. No one seemed to notice that you popped in there, but it's just traffic, cargo being unloaded and unloaded. People around. People. Actual people.
How
I
much?
poked someone.
What kind of people? Like the various throngs of like various creature, like
Various
Species like we saw
races.
earlier?
Yeah.
various races.
Oh yeah.
I find the person nearest me that is the cleanest and give them a hug. Offer no explanation and just walk away.
You see a dockhand that's walking by, a little bit sweaty, but relatively clean. Just, what's it? Weirdo?
Thanks. Just happy.
Kirk just lays there for a moment and just takes in the sea air. Just like, I'm in heaven.
This isn't right.
I don't care.
Yeah,
I
well,
don't care.
Don't care, got gold.
I'd hate to find out that we're in another illusion of some sort.
Well, then it's a great illusion.
It's a illusion with very warm feet.
Pinch yourself.
Well, this is Fastador. We need to go find our friend. Let's go to go back to the Tipsy Crawfish. See if we can find it. I want to clean. I am dirty. I've been sleeping in my own shit
We
for I don't
need
know
a
how long.
bed.
We need a bed and a bath now.
And some dancing
I need
chickens.
about a week of sleep.
Yeah. Well,
And I then go see my buddy in the old.
I'd hate to find out we were eating and not really eating again.
Yes. But we need to sleep first. Let's just go rest and
That I have to agree with. But as soon as we wake up,
I
go.
grab a random person on the street just to say, excuse me, I'm sorry. Is the Tipsy Crawfish still nearby?
The what?
Tipsy Crawfish. It's an inn.
No inns by the name of Tipsy Crawfish here.
What's the inn called?
closest in.
What's your closest inn? We're new. We just got here.
Place with
Right
fruit
over
mount-
there. It's funny story behind it, but you can ask them about it. The dancing chicken.
Dancing chicken.
We're going to the Dancing Chicken.
So happy.
Where are we exactly?
This is Fastidor.
No, I'm asking
fast-
him.
Mate,
Yeah.
Bastidor.
Okay, just had to be
Dogs.
sure.
How do you feel about
Is he all right?
non-humans?
It was a long trip.
Pulls his
We've
hair
been-
back and shows that he's got pointed ears. Feels just
Hey,
fine about him.
Okay.
Look, it was a long trip.
Yeah,
alright?
I'm gonna
Go, my friend.
Yeah,
Is there
thank
any?
you.
Is there any
Thanks.
uniformed guards around? Because that was different from last time. Last time we didn't see any uniformed guards at all.
Perception.
That's a 12.
Looking around, it's not obvious, but looking over at the docks, you do notice that there are dockhands in black and white set cloaks, similar to the jesters that you saw back in Caprese.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got that edging. And then off towards the main thoroughfare, occasionally you spot someone with armor that looks like they have, though it's more tattered and seems more homemade and not as well stitched, a tabard of Tem with the obelisk center
Mm-hmm.
and the blue coloring that is Tem.
So how much money did we get in general, like
Lots.
from all the shoveling?
I told
If-
Raven. Hope she wrote it down.
Is that
We
is that
got-
all? Yeah. I grab one of the plat that we found and put him in his hand. It's like, have a
What are you
fantastic.
doing?
day. We have more.
What are you doing?
So you run over, catch up to the guy that you interrupted, who had turned and walked away.
Uh-huh.
What do? Thank you. Hey, I'm okay
Drinks
being
on me.
interrupted as long as that. A lot of drinks.
You
might
are
be
not
going.
allowed near this bag of holding, mister.
So as all of you walk towards what you see is a sign now of a chicken in clog shoes, still feathers on it on the sign, and little musical notes around it as it's got its wings out and it looks to be doing some sort of dance. The dancing chicken listed on the sign. Stepping indoors to get ready to find rest and reprieve. That is where we're ending this week's episode. We're going to end up being back in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yes, 2 weeks. We will be back in 2 weeks. I wanted to make sure that I know we ran a little bit longer than normal, and I know you have Captain's Table, but I wanted to make sure that got wrapped up at least because we're going to be gone for 2 weeks.
Level up.
No, I don't think it's been, because it's got to be 9 weeks from the last level up point.
Okay.
Essentially, you have to hit certain marks, and it's got to be a certain amount of time, which is how everything's kind of spaced out.
Gotcha.
It's not so much the events we do, but how long it takes to do them.
A little
Will we
of
ever
both.
know? Is that what just happened in the last several episodes? No.
No, I
It's
don't
a
think we will.
mystery.
I think we changed history.
Yeah.
It's a mystery. We changed history. This is his story.
I'm also thinking.
Will you ever understand what happened? Maybe.
I'm obviously leery.
Okay, I gotta go because I gotta go help someone move house.
Go do it.
Have a good time.
Bye.
Bye.
So thank you, everyone. Back in 2 weeks. Awesome time. And
We're
until 2 weeks from now, try not to roll any ones. Bye. Don't freeze on me, James.